This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are
From
live
AutoZone
with
is a
the
fast source of relief. It
MMA.
tells you what's the most likely fix.
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, the UFC 229 press conference is here. Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Let go. Let's react to it live with the MMA. Holes. Yes. The MMA holes are here. We are live. We are wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, check it out. Boom. It is here. MMA holes. It is finally here. Conor McGregor will be face-to-face with Khabib Nurmagomedov, and we will react to it live on the MMA holes. Jessie, you pumped up?
What? That was my...
Do you want to hear the... Or do you want to hear...
Khabib time.
Khabib time? Or number one bullshit?
What time is it? It's Khabib time.
It is Khabib time. It is wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, 76 people. Gather your friends in because we are going to react to the UFC 229 press conference. We're going to play it live here. If you want to watch it for yourself, we have a link in the description. It takes you right over to the press conference. Now, we started a couple minutes early because it says 5 o'clock, right? It says the press conference is starting at 5 o'clock. But you never know. When Conor McGregor is involved in something, you never know when the press conference is going to start. Jessie, do you feel it's going to start within 1 minute?
Affirmative.
You do? You say yes, sir? Yes, sir. Let me know in the chat. Do you think it's going to start on time, or you think it's going to take 45 minutes for us to enjoy the press conference? Let me know in the chat right now. Let's see who we got in there. Before we do that, 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes.
Yeah.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes.
20 likes.
20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
All right. Every time those 20 come, Bruce Buffer fucks the likes. And there is the melee over there they're showing on the UFC's YouTube channel. That's right. Conor McGregor throwing that goddamn bus. What was he throwing? He's throwing what?
I'm just turning my volume
Oh,
down because
okay.
it was beeping.
He threw the hand truck through the bus window. Of course, they're showing highlights of that. They're showing a whole bunch of stuff here, and it looks like it is going to be on time. I see some commercials on. Let's see what we got going on in that chat. Hello, chat room.
Wait. Real Gamer says if he's late to the meeting, he's confident. Michael Anzalone. Hi, Chris and Jesse. Hi, Michael Anzalone. Sun ED says both look sexy. Fearsman 26 says I think it will be 45 minutes so I can go and jerk off and then come back and not miss the fight. Well, there's no fight, Fears. This is a press conference.
Press conference.
Steve Johnson says they are playing the Art Davis promo. T-Joint says Weed 2. Steve Johnson, it's already started. What the fuck are you watching? Jeremiah Gamble says I think Conor is going to be reserved possibly. Greg Odom Blaze. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, everybody relax yourselves. It says the event will...
Can you do that one more time?
It says the event will be starting shortly. This live event will be starting shortly. So,
Did you push live? Mine was doing the same thing.
what are you talking about?
Never mind. Forget it.
All right, so I have it on here. So we can't show it, but we will be playing the audio from it. So we'll be doing that. If you
So you
want
can still hear it.
that's right.
Fair use.
You don't say.
No, we're
right.
gonna play the audio. You can see it, but you can't hear it.
Yeah. There you go. What the fuck? So, yeah, if you want to watch it for yourself, there's a link in the description. You can watch it as well. But we will be playing the audio. We'll be reacting to it. They're showing the video game right now. UFC 3, and it has McGregor and Khabib, and man, oh man, they are going to be making a lot of money. It looks like they are going to break all the records for this pay-per-view event, and they're only going to be doing a couple of press conferences. They'll probably be doing this. Well, they are doing this one here, and one fight week. That's probably it. It's crazy, right?
Are you excited?
I am excited because
I am so pumped.
Yeah.
Today marks the day. I'm sorry. I'm so
Yes,
excited that I had to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm just so excited that I couldn't let you finish.
Yeah, well, all right. Tell me how excited you are.
No. Go ahead. I asked you, so you.
No, because you're setting me up to interrupt me again.
I'm sorry. Are you excited?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right. I am excited. Of course, Conor's back. Conor's back. But here's the thing. It's not just Conor being back. The fact that Khabib is his opponent, and I like both of them. I was telling Jessie this earlier on TMZ. They were showing Khabib time, JFK Airport. He arrives in New York. He's all pumped up. Well, he's not really pumped up. He's exhausted. But the dude is funny. I like Khabib. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. I am rooting for Conor in this fight, but I like both. This reminds me of like DC versus Stipe. I liked both of them. I like both of those fighters. And in this one, I like him even more. Like, I like Khabib. Khabib is fun to root for. He's hilarious. He's really funny. The guy's undefeated, and when he fights you, he mutilates you. Love that shit. But Conor's Conor McGregor.
Khabib says USADA's #1 bullshit. That was probably the funniest thing he's said today.
Yeah, well, because of what happened with Jon Jones. Now, if you didn't watch our show last night, get out of here. Just get out of here. No, you can stay. But if you didn't hear about this, Jon Jones is back, right? And they asked Khabib what he thought. And, of course, Khabib would, say #1 bullshit because his boy's DC, right? So why wouldn't he say #1 bullshit? So
Truth.
I don't know.
Mirror Day 83. What gets me more excited? 200K of my choice to shop for or the press conference? The press conference. 100%.
You lie. You lie.
That's not a lie. Actually, you know me better than anyone. You can say I'm not. I would rather watch the press conference.
I take the money. All right, so
I'd watch the press conference.
All right, so now they're showing the bus incident. How many times are we going to see this over and over and over again? We will be playing the audio once the press conference starts. But yeah, it's just a bunch of highlights. They're showing Lord Artem, who's fighting very shortly. We don't. This is not going to start on time, right? It's at 5:00.
It's going to start on time. Don't say that.
Please stay tuned.
Don't say that.
This is what I'm going to do. 150 people watching. Welcome, friends. If you're not subscribed, give us a sub because we will be reacting to the actual fight, UFC 229. In fact, we do 3 shows a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and we'll be live this Saturday for a UFC Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo. All right, so let's take some phone calls while we get this thing going. 516-522-0267. Let me know, how excited are you about Khabib versus Conor McGregor? And, how pumped are you about this press conference? Who is going to win the Battle of the Mics, the first round? And the fight starts now. The fight starts today, right? If you think about it. Every time Conor McGregor fights, well, it starts at the press conference. So I'm curious, how many times, we should make it a drinking game, how many times Conor McGregor says proper 12, right? How many times? Should we make that a drinking game?
Okay, you want to?
Let me know in the chat if you would like.
A shot for every time Conor says proper 12?
Every time he says proper 12, we do a shot. What do you say?
Okay.
All right, let me know in the chat.
Want me to get the glasses?
We're going to take a vote. You're just voting for us right now. You're just saying, let's fucking do it.
Fuck yeah. Who needs to vote? It's alcohol. Let's just go get the glasses.
Do you want to see this? Hit me with the ones in the chat room right now. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have some donations down below if you'd like to donate to support the show or interrupt it at any time. There's links in the description. All types of songs. Your favorite fighters can pop up and sing songs and dance. We also have the super chat down below.
Super chat.
Underneath that cell phone over there. All right, we see a slew of ones. Look at this, a sea of ones.
Olympia Lowlife, 1. Pulse Reloaded, Juan. Olympia Lowlife, 1. Steve Johnson, Getting Lit. Real Gamer, 1. CC 2.0, can you show us a bottle of 12? We don't have it. Logan says 1. Greg Oden Blaze, 1. Anthony Flanagan says watching MMA Junkie 2. Drunk Savage says 1. Boss Coker says I just have beer. I drank all my whiskey last weekend. Pulse Reloaded, 2 joints. CC 2.0 says I want to see the label, etc. of 12. Josh Halick says how many hours until it starts?
That's a good question. We can joke around. It's supposed to start right now. But he says, how many hours? And it says the live event will begin shortly. And we've seen Conor McGregor be late, notoriously, no pun intended, right, Conor? Over and over again, we've seen him be late. So he's going to be late again. I can't see him too late because this is going to be shown at Times Square. You're really that excited, are you?
Are you kidding? Khabib and Conor trash talking?
Well, it's going to be
You're
Conor.
not excited?
It's going to be Conor trash talking.
But Khabib's smart. Khabib's smart with his trash talking. I'll give it to Conor because he's great at trash talking. But Khabib, you heard him with Tony Ferguson. Like, that was probably one of my favorite ones, was Khabib with Tony.
No, it's just
trash talking.
But
it's so funny
that's all you're
because
gonna hear.
he snickers and
up.
he makes you look like an idiot without even trying.
Shut
he just
up.
makes you look like a fucking idiot.
Number one bullshit. Like, that's what you're going to be hearing. Shut up, McChicken. That's what you're going to be hearing. You're not going to be hearing a lot of trash talk. You're going to hear
Plus,
Conor
Conor's
with
back.
one-liners and shut up.
And Conor's back.
You chicken.
Conor's coming back with the trash talk. We haven't heard that in a while.
You'll find out. You'll find out what happens to you once cage locks. That's what you're going to hear.
It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You even said Khabib's a funny guy.
Yeah. How about Stalio 2 says he lives for this shit. All right, so the ones are there. Let's get some alcohol. What do we have over here?
Not enough, Johnny Walker. I'll go grab something else.
All right, let's see what Jessie's going to have a surprise for us.
I'm going to raid the liquor cabinet.
That's right. So every time Conor says proper 12, play along at home. You can, if you're underage, drink some coffee. No, drink some Coke. Or don't drink Coke. Soda's garbage. It's acid. It destroys your body. So yeah, Khabib will get winded. Let me know in the chat who's going to win this fucking fight. We need to find out today on the MMA-Holes as we're waiting for the event to begin. It says, please stay tuned. Who will win, Conor or Khabib? Let me know in that wonderful, wonderful chat room right fucking now. Grab some of these. Khabib can hold his own in the trash talk. And I agree, Weezing, he can, but there's not much that he really says, right? He's a man of few words because, well, his English is not perfect, but his words work. The thing to look out for here is, will Conor be able to penetrate the mind of Khabib? Will he be able to get inside the head? Is he going to, how low below the belt is he going to go? That is the question over there. We have the phone lines open if you want to call in 516-522-0267 as we wait for this press conference to get started. Still, what do we got to drink?
Irish whiskey or Fireball?
Well, of course, Irish whiskey, right? I mean, what do we got? Jameson? Let go. All right, Jesse's all pumped up. Now, if he says proper 12 like 40 times.
Well, then we only have enough for a couple of times.
Well, we got two. All right, we have some stuff here. So we'll have a couple of drinks. How long can you go, Sestalio 2? Very long. How many others are sucking their thumbs and doing something over there? What do you say? And fisting their ass. This is Gay Agent. It's a very good question, Jesse. How many are sucking their thumbs and fisting their ass? What do you think?
Well, including me, one.
One? Oh, you did that when you went into your room? Gotcha. All right.
So
what up,
funny.
150? How you
I'm
doing?
hilarious, right?
You are fucking so funny, Jesse.
I'm
Super chat.
Oh, Clocks with the super chat.
Just free roll to come. Haven't decided how many tacos.
Mm-hmm.
We have Khabib on top and Pettis bottom, if bet. I like Pettis as well with price, but I also think you are dude will tell you amount.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Clocks. Now, Clocks, if you're not, and thank you for the donation. Appreciate
That is
that.
interesting.
Clocks, if you are not familiar with Clocks or the MMA-Holes, Clocks put 10,000 tacos on a certain Canelo Alvarez, and he hit. Whether you thought...
Clocks is just like a lucky gambler.
Yeah, whether you thought Alvarez won or lose, doesn't matter, because Clocks won. And 10,000 tacos in the direction of Canelo Alvarez, he gets a win. He did say that he likes Pettis in the fight versus Tony Ferguson. Man, I just don't see it. Now, Jesse likes Pettis.
But we didn't see Clocks' pick the last time, and he got it. So.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Okay, Clocks, he's proved us wrong twice, and they were good bets. They were very good bets. Clocks, if you have this hunch that you have with Canelo Alvarez with Pettis, go for it. Bet the tacos. This one, I would have to, if you were a close friend of mine, I would be like, nah, you're not going to win. Like, I would honestly, I'm actually fairly confident on this one that Ferguson's going to win. But it is your money, and if you have that instinct, that gut, go for it. Let me know in the chat first off, Ferguson or Pettis, who I think is going to be at this press conference as well. So let me know in the chat.
Showtime
Ferguson,
kick.
She goes Pettis over here. I can't see it. Let me know in the chat what you think. Pettis?
Something bizarre is going to happen, and Pettis is going to take it. David Alves says, while we wait for the presser, Jesse should give us a loyal MMA-Holes a flash. Michael Chapman says, Jesse, I'm trying to lick that monkey. Dan Flynn says, I want to see the conference. Well, it's not started yet, so be patient. Have patience or become one. Chris Garcia says, Ferg. CC 2.0, Ferg is better. Is a better Pettis. Saley 2 says, this won't be an official press conference. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, Saley. Steve Johnson says, I like all 4 of them. Jeremiah Gamble, Pettis, because he is older and getting a little wiser. Wheezing 336, Ferguson. BLT, Ferg. Rockets Adventures says, I'll fuck you up, fags. Cole Vic says,
nice.
Nacho fries. Goes for Ferguson. Narcosis Saltwater Aquarium says, if Tony decides to strike with Paris, he will lose. Dan Flynn says, Tony is too tough. David Alves says, let me see them A cups. They're B cups, so suck it. Mirror Day 83 says, how funny would it be if Pettis subs Ferguson?
62 in the likes, 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
All right, the next question I want for you is, would you bet? Now, the Khabib Conor thing is a whole different story. If you're saying you're putting money on Khabib, I can't argue it. I can't. There's no way for me to argue that. I am myself am picking McGregor, but like every McGregor fight, I put everything aside and I become super biased and I become a fan. I put my fan hat on and say McGregor's going to win. McGregor's going to knock out Khabib. That's what I'm going to say. But if you say Khabib's going to win,
Khabib will win.
You can say that.
This is Khabib
I like
time.
Khabib.
Khabib time.
You're confident.
What time is it?
It's
Khabib time
for Khabib to get knocked out.
This is number 1 bullshit.
All right, chat room, what do you say? Khabib or Conor? Help us out in the chat right now as we're waiting for the UFC 229 press conference to get started.
Just hurry up and start.
I guarantee it'll be like 45 minutes late.
No, don't say that. It's got to start now. I want it now.
Yeah, we're waiting. We'll react as soon as the audio hits. We're going to start playing it. We also have phone lines open. Phone lines are 516-522-0267. Call us up. Let me know what you think about the upcoming fight on the MMA-Holes. Be a goddamn celebrity.
Michael Chapman says, Con Man. Rockets Adventure says, hell yeah, Ferguson is a bitch who kicks metal poles, goddamn idiot. Olympia Low Life says, Khabib smash. Logan says, Jesse said the same thing about Till. Drunk Sour says, JBH also thought Till was going to win. Stalio 2 says, ever stick a cigar of a woman's pussy?
Yes.
Team Hydra Chaos says, Connor. Jersey Summer says, this is number 1 bullshit. Thiago Silva, today, Pulse Reloaded says, the leprechaun has run out of luck. Jeremiah Gamble says, Bib better get him down or he's finished.
561, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, Chris. Hey, Jess. It's Clocks.
Hey,
Hi,
Clocks.
Clocks.
What's going on? The perfect person to talk to.
Guys? First of all, Jess, I'm not a gambler. I'm a trader.
Oh, my apologies.
But no, that's fine. But no, it's just it's not going to be anywhere near the amount that I took on Canelo. But the way the if bet works is that Khabib wins, it's a free roll to the bottom. So then whatever I decide to bet on the top, it's plus 300. I get 3-1 on $100 on the bottom side. So it'll be a good night for us because I do think it's going to be a free roll because I'm like Chris. I would love to see Conor win. I don't see it. But, I don't have any conviction. I've gone back and forth with this fight since it came out. And I've watched tons of YouTube stuff and tons of UFC predictions. And I've watched a lot of Pettis. The whole thing with Pettis is that if he has his head on right, and if I know he's off peds, but, he gets into a triangle, he's got the length, and even Khabib said it's a really rough matchup for Ferguson because if he beats Conor, Khabib wants Ferguson as the next fight, as a super fight. And, he's kind of doubting it because he's saying it's a tough matchup, but I'm not going off that. I just watched a lot of Pettis with Michael Kelsey, whatever his last name is.
Yeah.
And again, I'm like a super casual. I'm not a buff like you guys are, and that's why I enjoy the channel. But it's going to be a fun night come UFC 229. And because Chris is against me, and because you had that little snippet, Jess, that you really liked Pettis, you had this women's intuition, money goes to you. You take out Chris for the next dinner.
Yes.
Whoa. All right, Clocks. Thank you.
Thank you, Clocks.
All right, so Clocks coming in. And
Can I just point something out?
Sure.
Does Clocks, and it's not an insult to Clocks, but just something I've sort of picked up, just an observation. Doesn't he sound a little bit like Frank from TygerLyfe? The way he talks?
A little bit, yeah. Well, I mean, both from the East Coast.
Yeah,
so.
but like the sound of their voice, like just the way, I don't know. It's like they've got this weird like strain in their voice.
Did you say TygerLyfe Energy? Shout out to our sponsor, TygerLyfe Energy, AR Installation and Duplex Entertainment. You are all wonderful, wonderful. That's right. All right, so if you guys want to call up and let us know what you think about it. Now, 516-522-0267. Let's talk about what Clock said over here.
Yes.
Now it makes sense. I get it because Khabib, it's a good bet, right? It's a good bet because
it's a great bet.
I'm assuming he's going to be the favorite in this fight. And if he wins, then he pretty much has a toss up, and there's going to be a lopsided thing. I'm fairly positive that Tony Ferguson is going to be a pretty heavy favorite in this fight. Mm-hmm. So I get what he's doing betting wise over there. I don't see it happening, but it's a good gamble. Why not, right?
Right.
So that's not a bad move. That isn't a bad move. But if you were just going to go purely on who do you think is going to win in that fight, it's for me, it's so tough. I like to try to find how the underdog could win. And with Ferguson versus Pettis, Chiesa is not that good, right? I think, let's be serious, Chiesa is not that good. And he got kind of exposed. Even though he had a bad weight cut and now he's bumping up. Other than his ground game, his striking is super sloppy. Right. And he got submitted. So, I mean, how good is his ground game really? Now Pettis was the shit, came into the UFC, had a strike force. The guy was, not strike force, hold on, what was he? WEC? I don't even fucking remember anymore. Anyway, he was a champ coming in, and he lit everyone on fire. Looked fantastic, Pettis. The guy looked unbeatable at one point. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, like Clock said, PEDs, the steroids, all of a sudden USADA comes into play. Not busted, but highly coincidental how he kind of dropped, when that stuff came around. So I'm not going to accuse him for any of that stuff, but it's just weird. It's awkward.
We can't jump on the I agree that we can't accuse him immediately. We can't jump on the bandwagon that a fighter's taking PEDs just because USADA came into play, and they just it could just be coincidental that he started going on that downward slope at the same time USADA started coming into play. I wouldn't put those two things together.
He looks like a shell. Other than the Chiesa fight, he's looked horrible. He hasn't really looked that good, But now he wins against Chiesa. I've got a weird
vibe,
I tell you what, if you get this one right, I would be extremely shocked. Let's put it that way. That's another reason.
I get everything right. I got 4 for 4 on the last card.
Darren Till. All right, so
you can't keep using that. If that's the case, I can just use DC.
Jessie Till. All right, let's see what the chat room says. As we are waiting right now, we're still waiting for this press conference. Conor, show up already. What are we doing here? Why are you keeping us waiting?
They started the last one without him. Or no, not the last one. One of them they started without him, and he came in late against who was it? Which press conference was that he came in late? He came in
every press conference. He comes in late every press conference.
Well, exceptionally
the last 3,
late. He's
coming late. Yeah, it's a tactic, right? To leave his opponent waiting, right? They're sitting on the dais like, where the fuck, where's McChicken? It's like a psychological game. I'm sure Dana White's like, come on, man, just could you try to show up reasonably at the right time? But he shows up at Conor time. The question is,
Khabib time.
When he shows up an hour late, and it's 20 minutes late right now, when he shows up, what will Conor be wearing, Jessie? What do you say?
A suit, of course.
A suit.
He's always wearing
no fluffy jacket or
fucking a money suit, dollar bills all over it.
You think a money suit?
Sure.
Okay.
Pull off a Lady
Gaga
shirtless
style. You think he'll just show up shirtless?
That too. He'll probably take off his shirt halfway through and throw a chair at Khabib.
Let me know in the chat, what will Conor McGregor be wearing as we're waiting for the press conference? What is Conor going to be wearing? Thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. Right now, they're showing Conor McGregor beat up Eddie Alvarez, some highlights. And we have a link in the description if you want to watch it for yourself. We're going to react to the audio. All right, Jessie, what do we got there?
Marky Wahoo says, I hope Conor shows up in Gucci fight gear. Isaiah Moore says, Khabib might put Nats. I missed it. I'm sorry. Snipe Mare says, suit. 2 joints, 420 in Manitoba, Canada. Michael Chapman, Conor got arrested. David Alves says, did anybody actually think Conor would be on time?
Imagine he doesn't show up. Imagine he just bounces. Like, he blows it off. We know he's in New York. Would that be such a fucked up move if Conor just flat out does not show up?
That's not going to happen. That's retarded.
What is the odds?
This is the only big presser that Conor McGregor is going to do for UFC 229. It's not going to happen. Conor's not just going to not show up.
Could you imagine, though? Now, what if Conor is smarter than everything else, right? And Conor says, I'm not going to be able to get into Khabib's head. So if I don't show up and just let him sit there on the dais.
It wouldn't get into Khabib's head.
You don't think that would be a tactic?
No, Khabib would probably see it as weakness.
All right.
Khabib is a different monster. Khabib is not like the rest of the fighters in the UFC, and I've even heard commentators talk on it. Khabib is like a whole other realm of fighter. It's not gonna get for Conor not to show up. Khabib's gonna look at it and be like, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think
bullshit,
much.
walk away.
I don't think much is gonna penetrate Khabib's head. So I'm hoping
Khabib's like he's like a steel brain. That guy.
He's like a steel brain.
He's got a steel brain.
All right. What do you think, chat room?
Bone Sniff says, for the good of MMA, Khabib needs to win. Pulse Reloaded says Conor will show up with Artem on a leash. Brendan Meekin says McGregor is getting attacked right now. That's what's taking so long.
Imagine if Conor he shows up with a hand truck. That'd be hilarious. Like Conor shows up at the press conference with a fucking hand truck. He's or
wheeling it out.
Artem wheels him in on a hand truck.
Or
like Conor's on
Conor wheels Artem in on a hand.
No. The GOAT, Artem Lobov, does the wheeling.
You don't think Conor's the GOAT?
Nah, Artem Lobov is the brains behind the operation over here. It's all Artem.
All right. Pulse says Gus is at Radio City right now. Two Joy says Conor's busy kicking a bus's ass. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington says Conor will have a proper 12 suit. Rockets Adventure says Conor maybe with a dolly. Real Gamer McGregor must win for Ireland. Boss Kogar says Pulse Reloaded LOL. Roberto Hernandez says why is people saying it got canceled? They got down backstage. Fake news probably.
Yeah, no, it says please stay tuned. We're waiting right now. Right now we're at 23 minutes.
We're waiting on McGregor.
And yeah, everyone's waiting for Conor. What if Conor shows up with a Khabib wig, right? Whatever that wig's called, that war wig that he wears, and it's like painted in Irish, like the Irish colors.
Oh, the Irish flag?
Yeah. What if he does that? Maybe he disgraces the wig. I'm trying to think what Conor was going to show up
I like
with.
the dolly idea. I like him walking in with a hand truck. I think that would be funny.
What if he walks in with a turban? What about that? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just fucking, I don't know. If you know what, call up 516-522-0267 and let me know what Conor's going to be wearing.
Conor's telling his wife to break out the red panties.
Yeah, you think Conor wears red
Is she
panties?
his wife?
No,
They're
that's
not
not his
married.
wife. That's his girlfriend. His baby mama.
His baby mama.
Soon to be double baby mama.
Bring out the red panties.
All right.
Anthony Flanagan says he'll show up with another hard-on. Marky Wahoo says Conor in an MMA-Holes shirt.
Yeah, that would be good.
Isaiah Moore says Babushka.
Babushka.
Bill
That's
the
not what it's
Butcher
called, but close
says
enough.
TMZ is reporting Conor is out of UFC 229. Roberto Hernandez says turban LOL.
I see Jeremiah Gamble says, y'all awesome to kill time with. Yeah, we got our closest 130 friends hanging out in his cell phone over here, and this is what we do, right? We hang out, we react to all the UFC fights. We do 3 shows a week, and why not? I mean, we're going to be waiting for a while. It's 25 minutes in, and nothing. It says, please stay tuned. You can look for yourself. Link in the description. Check it out. But yeah, this could be an hour late, for God's sakes. Who knows?
Don't say that.
It could be.
Don't say that.
I'm going to say 57 minutes late. That's what we're going to do. 57. That's all I'm going to say. So you're stuck with us for
I
about
say
57
max
minutes.
30. We've got 5 minutes left before that.
Some press conferences have been like an hour and a half late.
Don't.
Oh my God, Justin. Now we have some alcohol over here. Every time Conor says proper 12, we're going to do a proper shot, right?
Can someone just start the press conference already? What is this about? I don't want to keep watching these promos over and over again. I want to watch Conor and Khabib go at it.
What if Khabib's late? We haven't spoken about that. What if Conor's there and Khabib is late? What about that?
Khabib is not going to be late.
What if the script was flipped?
He's not.
Wonderful.
What about that? If they flipped the script, right? And Khabib shows up late. What's the odds one of them puts their hand on the other?
That is a good question. I think Khabib is too well, like, he's very grounded, Khabib. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. Like, he can talk shit if he wants to. It's very, like, subtle shit talking. It's not like Conor's, but it's definitely, he's got a good head. I don't think that he would sort of engage too much in that.
Hey, don't be a pussy. We have 134 people watching, and no one's calling. 516-522-0267.
I'll
Call
put it
us
in the
up.
chat.
Stop being a pussy. Call us up. Let me know because we have time to kill over here. So let's hear your thoughts. Conor McGregor versus Khabib. Now they're showing Sage Northcutt highlights. Who doesn't he need a new contract? Oh, it's Fight Pass. All right. Once the press conference starts, we will play the audio and we will react to it live here on the MMA-Holes. All right. Chat room. What else do we got going on over there?
Gay Agent says, I hope they touch. Fritz Mott says, Mac gets plea deal revoked for jaywalking after pissing off everyone by being late. Yes, Michael Chapman says, he's a fucking terrorist, you broad. Insane says, I think that McGregor have a great opportunity with his striking. Ben Roxy says, time of start? It should be now, but it's not. Marky Wahoo says, if Conor bitch slaps him, that would get in his head, I bet. Or if he rips that wig off his head. Salio2 says this chat room is bananas.
It is bananas.
Bone Sniff says watch both pulling out.
I see Sniper. You keep on avoiding Sniper. I feel bad. He's been saying the same thing over and over.
Says, remember when Conor didn't show up to the, well, you can't scroll. I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Remember when Conor didn't show up to the UFC 200 press against Nate?
I do actually remember that. Nate was not happy. Vlad.
Conor and Lord Artem are showing up as the Twin Towers to piss off Khabib. Mark my fucking words. Back to work now.
All right, thank you, Vlad. I appreciate the donation. Look at that, Vlad jumping in with a $5 super chat.
Twin Towers?
Yeah, he made the MMA Horror Talk. That would be weird, right? If they both showed up as a Tower
That
1.
was wrong, Vlad. Yeah. That was so wrong.
Yeah. Do you think that's going to happen in the chat? Let me know. That's horrible. All right. If you're just jumping in, we're about to react to the press conference. But of course, it is late. It's late. And why else? I said before we went live to Jessie, I was like, yeah, I think it's going to be late. I have a feeling.
I think it's going to start any minute now.
Yeah. With 29 minutes past the start time, they're showing Matt Hughes crying and hugging people. Yeah. What? The Fertitta brothers they're showing. What is going on here? What's this? This is interesting. Oh, it's the UFC Hall of Fame shit.
Guys, this is my Mystic Moss face.
Yeah. 3 more likes, and you'll see me make that face dance above the 20 like song. 9/11 jokes are good. Told you he's a terrorist, says Michael Chapman. They both pull out, and Tony versus Tony in the main event. Tony versus Tony. What about that? What if Khabib and Conor, they both don't show up at the press conference, and now you have Ferguson versus Pettis on there? That would be.
I would not. I'd
turn
leave.
the stream off.
I'd leave. Yeah, no, I'd tell you to turn it. I would literally walk out. If you can, you can finish the rest of the stream if you want, but yeah. I would walk out 100%. I wouldn't want. I don't want to see that. I came here for Conor Khabib. That's what I came here for.
That's what we're waiting for too. And we have nothing right now. We're 30 minutes in, and we're waiting for this press conference to start.
Stop.
Well, I want it to stop, for God's sakes. Where is it? We've been waiting for so long. Here's another thing I want you to think about. Ally Quinta, do you think Conor McGregor is going to throw darts at Khabib? You know he's going to say, who did you fight?
Because of Al.
You fought nothing but bums. Now, Ally Quinta was on the show recently, actually, and he's going to beat up Kevin Lee. That's what he told us. And I have a feeling that Conor's going to attack that. Khabib technically won the belt off a filling guy that couldn't even win the Ultimate Fighter. Like, I have a feeling Conor's going to go there. I think he's going to go after Raging Al. I do.
It's not really an attack, though.
I think so.
I don't think so, because even though Al went the distance, Khabib was still very strategic in that fight. You know, he still had a lot of control in that fight. Yeah, Al went the distance. He went the 5 rounds.
No, he's going to go after Ally Quinta, 100%.
It's not going to be a huge hit. What I'm saying is,
whether
he goes for Al or not, I don't think it's going to be a big hit on Khabib.
Nothing's going to be a big hit. The only thing that Conor's going to say is going to be a big hit is if he attacks his religion. If he attacks his family, which he already did on social media. He went after his family. He's going to make fun of his dad. You know he's going to make fun of his dad.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I can't wait for that.
This is Conor McGregor we're talking about.
I can't wait until Conor McGregor pokes fun at Khabib's bloated father. That's going to be hilarious. I'm looking forward to that. I want Conor to hit low under the belt. Hit the fucking nuts. Right, boom, right in the nuts. 20 likes.
20 likes.
Bruce, I've got fucking 20 likes.
fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
I want to know what you're doing right now in the chat. Are you drinking? Are you smoking? Are you at work? Are you at lunch? Are you fucking a woman? What are you doing right now in that chat room as we wait for this press conference to get started? Now, if we weren't here, if we weren't live, you would be stuck in a chat room, no one talking to you, no one hugging you and tickling you, taking care of you. The MMA-Holes here, not only do we have a dysfunctional community to hang out with, but we take care of you here on the MMA-Holes.
Yes.
Right, Jessie?
Yes.
You take care of them, right?
I
Talk to
always
them.
take care of
Right,
them.
Jessie? Oh, yeah. Call the show and you can speak to Miss Winks-a-Lot. Oh, she's licking her lips.
Wonderful.
All right.
Fap.
What do we got? What do we got going on in the chat?
Almond Bro 74 says 420. Isaiah Moore says I got a stick jammed in my neck on my cervical nerve. That does not sound comfortable, Isaiah. Big Pump says PTI on the TV, y'all on iPhone, and I have a half chub.
Yes.
Staley02 says I love jerking off. BLT says looking at Staley. Sean Hart says just got up half an hour ago and on the coffee. Nick Burnett says has thanked the bus driver. Jeremiah Gamble says it's just a blank screen on the conference. 420 Gamers says 4200000. Thiago Silva says in Jiu-Jitsu we trust. Murday83 says damn, I was about to say I was jerking off. Michael Chapman says fat faggot. Al Fish says fapping all day as a porn addict. KW2345 says can they just start the damn thing without Conor? That's a good question. I say they should. Because who the fuck wants to wait for this press? I demand the press conference, UFC 229 press conference starts right now.
33 minutes have passed. My prediction is 57 minutes and they'll start the press conference. And we are waiting, Jesse.
Gonna rap one on one shoulder.
Marky Wahoo. Rocking the donation.
I need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Conor is gonna consistently tell him that the Eagle has fought soda cans that are not on his level. Mystic Max says this bum goes to sleep in road too.
Oh boy, I agree with Marky. I agree on everything over there. He's gonna attack Khabib's resume. He's gonna make fun of Edson Barboza. He's gonna make fun of everybody. He's gonna attack Khabib if he shows up.
Listen, I don't think it is wrong to have confidence or to have some sort of faith in the McGregor. I am just saying, because I am a Conor fan as well, Khabib is going to tear him apart.
We were talking about this before on our previous show, the Michael Johnson fight. Now, Khabib, once he got on top, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
But if you watch the difference on the feet, the only thing that you can say in favor of Khabib was, well, not only did he mutilate Michael Johnson when they were on the ground, but it was a break. You know, Khabib had some rust, some cage rust. So you can say that as well.
You don't think Conor's going to have cage rust?
But no, I don't think so. First of all, the reason why I don't think he's going to have cage rust is because Conor, every time he steps in the cage, his mind doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He literally walked into Floyd Mayweather's backyard into a roped situation that he's never been in before and still looked confident. It was bizarre. You can't have, did he have ring rust? I mean, Conor showed up, and he fought a guy that was way better than him at that sport. But Conor looked confident.
Listen,
I don't think his confidence was a problem in that fight. I think his gas tank was a problem.
There is a part of me that does want Conor to win for the simple sake of, A, he has not been in the UFC since 2016. November of 2016 was the last time we saw him in MMA. That alone is enough of a reason to want him to win. And he's fighting Khabib. Of course you want to see Conor win. But the logical side of my brain says it's probably not the best bet to vote on him. It's just not smart. He's good. Khabib is good. Well, Conor's good. Khabib's better.
Put your money on Mac. That's right. Because Conor's going to sleep him. He's going to sleep him. He's going to sleep him hard. He's going to put him to sleep. He's going to put that first blemish on him. Because now we have a real fight, not boxing. This is inside a cage against a one-dimensional fighter, a sloppy striker. Now, Khabib is a bull rush.
Sloppy striker, but phenomenal wrestler.
Conor will
Bear
stuff
wrestler.
the takedowns. Conor will show that, in fact, he is just as strong. Khabib looks very strong in his fights. That's one thing you could say about him. A lot of
That's 'cause
people
he is
have
strong.
said that he looks like he's a weight class higher, and in fact, he has a tough time making 155. But Conor McGregor will show that he has the Irish kahunas, and he will be the one to dethrone the undefeated Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Can someone just start the press conference already? This is ridiculous.
What up? Conor's a sloppy grappler. Says, apparently you haven't seen Conor's before. See, that's the problem, too. A lot of people have seen Conor in the UFC, but haven't seen him before the UFC, where he was actually pretty slick on the ground. In fact, against Eddie Alvarez, Conor didn't bail from the ground game. I don't understand how Conor is a sloppy grappler. Yes, Tank, yes.
To come take them belts off me.
What people are not talking about is the fact that Conor was limited to hands only in his last huge event. Now it's all systems go. I think that's an advantage if he has continued to train hard.
Okay, but here's the thing, Mark, and I agree.
Thank you,
I
Mark.
completely agree. It's all systems go now. He can do pretty much whatever he wants within the fighting realm because it's not boxing. But I'm talking about the last time we saw him in MMA. That was November of 2016. He fought Mayweather in boxing last year. That's when we last saw him in boxing. In MMA, it's been far longer. I think the cage rest could be there. And if any of us have seen his sparring videos as of late, he doesn't look like the same Conor McGregor. I'm just going to point that out.
Conor, I think this will be the thing that solidifies Conor McGregor's legacy. I mean, listen, he won 2 belts already, so you really don't have to do anything else, right?
Yeah.
But if he does this, he finally shuts everyone up. You know, it's unbelievable that you could win 2 belts. You can go on a run that he's gone on, and still people hate on his game. It's unbelievable that he beats a guy like Eddie Alvarez, which some people are criticizing Eddie because of the Dustin fight. But let's be honest, Eddie is a legit champ. Eddie has been a champion in Bellator, comes over to the UFC, ran over some of the top UFC fighters, and Conor made him look stupid out there. Made him look dumb out there.
Do you think now let's not forget that Conor and Khabib, more often than not, when we see a rift between fighters, especially during a press conference and they're shit talking and all that, we often see that after the fight there's a humbleness, there's a respect factor, right? Because it's just shit talking, it's just hyping up for the fight. But every once in a while, like you take Jones and DC, for example, there's pure hatred between the two fighters. And with Khabib Conor, it's very clear that there is a feud, a legitimate, realistic feud between these two. Do you think that's going to cloud their judgment within their fighting? That maybe Conor's anger toward Khabib could cloud his ability to fight as strategically as he would if he weren't just trying to hype up a fight?
Man, I tell you what, I don't know if Conor can penetrate Khabib's brain. This might be the first one, other than Mayweather, because he didn't get into Mayweather's head either. But that's a whole different sport. This might be the first time. And Nate Diaz, I don't think he penetrated Nate's noggin either. I think he learned a lot from the second Nate fight. Well, the first Nate fight especially, right?
Yeah.
He learned something about his gas tank. He's a smarter fighter now, and after that Nate fight, we saw that Conor can also fight smart, right? He's the type of guy that tries to go in there and run you over. Now we have a new Conor McGregor. We have a guy that can go the 5 rounds, can get into trouble, dig deep, and come back. Now, Nate Diaz is not on Khabib's level. No. Not on... Hold on, motherfuckers.
Everybody...
Hold on.
Welcome to the UFC 229 press conference.
Here we go,
from
it's
the
time!
iconic Radio City Music Hall in New York, New York. Back, 2-weight world champion, Irish megastar, the notorious one.
He's here. Conor McGregor is here. He's walking in with a purple suit on. He's got the belt over his shoulder. Only press is in the crowd. OMG, Jesse. How excited. Conor's the first one there, and he is. And there's his proper 12. He didn't say it yet, but pour a shot at
God,
it.
he does not
On
look the same.
October 6th, live only on pay-per-view.
What?
McGregor will face undefeated,
He's my boy.
26-0,
my
Russian
boy.
superstar, the undisputed lightweight champion
Only
of the
2 of
world,
them are there.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov. Let's react, motherfuckers. Khabib is stepping in. We are watching the press conference, UFC 229. Welcome to the show, friends. All right. Proper 12 ready over here. As we don't have Proper 12, we have Jameson. But Conor has 2 belts out there. Look at that. He is staring at Khabib. He is looking him. He's standing up and staring at Khabib. Khabib is staring back. Both of them are staring into each other's eyes as Dana White is in between. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Conor does look drunk.
We love you, Scott Young.
All right. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming.
Shocker, shitty
just
audio.
to remind you, UFC 229, Khabib versus McGregor is sold out, but it is live on pay-per-view. Who has the first question?
Oh, the audio is horrific already.
Thank you guys for coming out today. First question for Conor. Last time you were in the UFC against Eddie Alvarez, you were talking about things like ownership stakes in the UFC. What was
If I was an owner and I was part of the promotion, I would have had our fucking fans in this arena. Where's the fucking fans at? That's who we fight for. That's who pays the bills. That's who deserves this show.
There's no hype.
Bring me all over the fucking world and we're just sitting here in a fucking thing. I'm on probation up to my eyeballs and ongoing and incoming civil cases. And we come here to do this bullshit. Bring the fans here. Here we are. You just wanted a war. Here we fucking are. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's get a war going. Fucking all this other stupid shit.
It was a stupid plan.
Hey, I didn't get what I asked, so here we are.
what was the process to get you back in the octagon, and why wasn't this particular fight?
This is Mark Ramundi.
I came back for the love of this, to come and shut this man up. A little rat, a little weasel, a little hard man in groups. I've met many of them through my years. A man who grows in numbers, but on his own, and when confronted in a similar situation, cowers away. And that's what you saw with that little shite on the bus over there. He shit his jocks after doing something to his own countryman that had nothing got to do with anything. And that's it. I came back for the love of fighting and the love of war. And this, I am going to truly, truly love putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat.
Whoa.
Oh, super chat.
Hans Schmidt, what up?
Almost friendly.
Fanboy. The man was a fanboy. He bought T-shirts of mine. He fucking supported the cause. You remember that? You little fanboy. You little fanboy bitch. He bought T-shirts to support the cause, nothing but respect. And then over on his neck of the woods, a man involved in something who's now in prison. Vladimir Putin locked him up for embezzling 150 million worth of money from the Russian people. Started to invest and pump money into his gym, so he started to grow in power. Started to gain this false power and started thinking he was a little hard man, tough guy. Then shit hit the fan with your man. He gets locked up, and now there's not a bean left. And now here I am to put the nail in the coffin. Ooh. That's how it began. He was a fanboy. Thought he was a little hard man after a while with some money, like many people do. Money and numbers. Now the money's gone. The numbers are still there, but trust me, his own countrymen, his own people that he's turned his back on, they want to see him gone too. And I am going to do it in the name of the Russian people.
Khabib, do you have any response to
All right, Khabib's laughing. Let's see what he says.
This is everything what I expect.
In terms of what did you expect?
Like what
The truth. Because that's all I talk.
What are you talking about?
That's all I talk. Truth.
I'm coming here for smash this guy. I don't
Smash
wanna
me,
talk.
mate. Smash me.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, smash me.
I can smash
You say send location. Here it is, right here in front of you. I'm right in front of you.
He's standing
Did you
up.
not see me outside the bus? No. Did you not see me right in front of you outside the
Khabib just
fucking
puts the
bus?
mic down.
I showed you my hands, no weapons. The first thing when I showed up at that bus, I showed not my hands to let it know I come here unarmed, no weapons.
He's already
Step
guessed.
off the bus. You talk the big game, now I'm here. He done fucking nothing. He sat and took a shit on that bus, hid and cowered behind fucking women and caused what happened to happen. So that's fucking that.
Carry behind women.
Just for,
So here's my location, you little fool, right in front of you.
Whoa.
Do something about it. Do something about it.
Wow, he's screaming
you
at
do
him.
nothing.
Wow, Connor's fired up.
for Dana, why weren't there fans? Why wasn't this open to the public today? This press conference.
What's that?
Why
we had
was-
problems in New York. I don't want any problems in New
He's
York.
yelling,
today.
yelling at Khabib while everyone's talking.
Wow. He is fired. This is the most I've ever seen him. He's
Next
triggered,
question.
Connor. Khabib's laughing.
Proper 12.
Yep, here we go.
Proper Irish whiskey.
Proper 12.
From a proper Irish gentleman. That's what I'm talking
I think
about.
Connor's already
I
drunk.
have a buzz with this. I almost didn't get the glass. I almost didn't get the bottle into the arena. I anticipated that. I anticipated that they weren't going to let me in with me big bottle, so I had a little sloy bottle brought in. You know, you see how tricks up me back pocket.
This dude's loaded.
I also brought my own belts because I knew they wouldn't have my fucking belts up here. I'd love a glass, or not a glass, even a cup, something like a toast with all these fine people here of my proper 12 Irish whiskey, if we could get that. If not, I'm probably going to start drinking it out of a bottle. If the bottle gets empty, I don't know what I'll do with this man and an empty bottle. You know what I'm like. So please,
every time he says proper 12, we're going to do a shot.
Please. Thank you.
So,
all right,
or please don't.
So Conor, I think he's drunk.
Plastic cup. Just a few sips.
It is weird without a crowd.
I don't like it.
It is
I don't like it at all.
A man-made Irish whiskey there is on the market.
Cheers.
None of that danced-on Jameson shit. Thank you.
Wait, we're drinking Jameson.
Good man, Davey boy. Good man. None of that danced-on Jamie shit no more.
He's handing out drinks.
We only drink proper 12, they're pure.
We'll do it again. All
Question
right, we're going to get drunk.
We're going to get wasted.
Appreciate it. Congratulations, Dana, on everything.
Gentle.
Khabib, when you're fighting Conor, you're just not fighting Conor. UFC 223, I was there. It was awesome. Congratulations. I was also at UFC 205 when Conor won, and it was wild from a crowd standpoint. How does this mindset affect you going into the fight that Conor brings, well, a fan base?
Yeah, where's the fans?
You know,
it's showing the boss's birthday.
I'm not underestimating.
Here's a goggle for you, Dana. Proper as well.
You just gave a glass to Dana. Cheers,
when it comes to vacation, I'm gonna go like my last fight.
He's giving him whiskey. He says it's his birthday.
Why don't you drink?
I don't drink.
Why don't you drink?
I never drink.
I'll tell you some buzz at parties.
I never drink.
You mad backwards cunt. You're dead when I get my hands on you, do you hear me?
I never
You're
drink.
fucking dead.
I never drink
I'll
this
drink
shit.
it. Me and the Irish Boston animal, Dana White, the OG of the fight game. He'll sup this bad boy.
I think it's gonna be long night for him.
Fucking shot.
It's gonna be long night.
Yes.
He knows
oh
this.
Lord, save me. That's
He knows
tasty.
this.
He
knows
is
this.
wasted
Conor,
already.
question for you. Fill in the blank. Conor
I'll
McGregor.
drink his.
Conor
I'll drink
McGregor is
his.
going to blank Khabib when you guys meet each other.
Stomp on his head as he's unconscious.
There it is.
Next question.
Matt Cole from Art Voice. Sorry, my hands are still shaking. You've assured yourself total privacy for this camp other than this press conference, which is different than previous fights. You're always 100% ready, but how has that preparation and that privacy changed how you feel now physically, emotionally?
It's been a war zone in my camp. We have been preparing for
man.
war.
He's boxed.
So, I mean, all you got to do is look at the
You can
images
tell,
and the
look at
videography
him.
that we've released.
He's not even looking
through
straight.
my team, McGregor Productions. We have released and shown glimpses, only glimpses of the true hard work that we've put in for this camp. Broken orbital bones, broken zygomatic arches, swallowed teeth, broken feet, broken fingers. This has been a war zone. We are coming for war. This fool is saying it's going to be a long night. Trust me, mate. I'm ready for a long night. You hold on to legs for dear life. That's how you fight. You talk chicken this, chicken that. You shit your jokes when shit came on top. But you actually fight like a little shitty jokes rat. Anyway, you dive for the legs and hold on to them for dear life. What kind of fighting is that? What kind of man? What kind of way of fighting is that? Your little fake belt over there to be a guy, a number 11 ranked, a real estate agent, and you bring that belt up on stage like it's a real belt.
I got him.
I told you.
You're a
Did you see his
phony,
face?
A fake.
You beat
And
a
I'm
real
gonna
estate
expose
agent.
You. Now you're up on the real shit, kid. You're with the real dogs now, brother.
He's not even picking
and
up
you're
the
gonna
mic,
be
Khabib.
smoked October 6th, live on pay-per-view, and I am gonna love every fucking second of it. I hope it's a long night.
He says you beat a real estate agent.
Conor,
Oh my
I think
God.
He's going to stand up with you for at least one round and swing it all.
I don't give a fuck what he's gonna try and do. He's gonna be swinging wildly like he is, sloppy, shooting for the legs. He's an amateur. He's a 20. Would you believe he's 26-0? I've never met an unbeaten amateur in the professional game. I mean, he's fucking fought nobody, absolutely nobody.
An unbeaten amateur, he called him.
Decisions. He's in over his head. I'm gonna pick him apart and bully him in there and absolutely maul him, and that's it.
I worry for Conor.
Khabib,
You gotta think.
Is it difficult for you to maintain your composure in this situation when he's getting up, getting in your face?
I stay relaxed, brother. I stay relaxed. I don't feel nothing. I know I have location.
I stay on bus.
6
I stay on
October.
bus.
6 October.
Shoot in the bus.
Like we talked before, like direct in
stay on
Twitter.
bus.
You remember this? When we talk, You remember
You
this?
bought me T-shirts. You're a little fan.
Yeah,
Listen,
but
kid, don't be
like
talking to me about
2014.
Twitter in 2012.
No. I have question. Give me answer.
Twitter, who's on
Well,
Twitter,
what's
mate?
wrong with you?
Ask my bollocks.
No. I send you message. We talk with you.
Fuck your message.
Yes, like
I don't type the
got
blokes,
him.
mate.
He
It's
got
not
him.
my thing.
But, okay.
It's not my thing.
Why
to
you
start
don't
typing
send me
the blokes.
message like without everybody?
He didn't get him.
He got him.
Why you
Yeah, mate.
why you
Cracked.
don't send
Help,
me?
help.
We're gonna fight.
here,
We're gonna fight 6 October.
Yeah,
See it.
yeah,
See it.
deadly. I hope so.
See it.
I hope
See
so
it.
because
He's
if you
saying
pull
sit.
out like
He
you
didn't get
always
him.
do pull out, may
Who?
God have mercy on your soul
Who
and trust
pull
me on
out?
that.
Who
You
pull
little
out?
pull out
No,
merchant.
sit down.
Shut
We're gonna
your
talk.
mouth.
We're gonna
Shut
talk.
your mouth.
Okay.
We don't want to talk.
Okay.
mate. I
When
wanna
I
fight.
slip your
I
brother,
wanna fight.
when I slip your teammates, why you don't send me message?
Ask my
If you
bollocks.
wanna fix
Ask
this, why you don't send me
my
message?
bollocks.
What? You come with 40
Ask
people
my
and
bollocks.
you think you can
If
change
you'd have
something?
got off that, if you'd have got off that bus, you'd be dead now.
No, okay.
You'd be dead and I'd
No,
be in a
you-
cell.
if
so
you want-
shut your fucking mouth
Okay.
with messages.
No,
Do I look
if
like
you
a bloke
want,
that messages
I
blokes?
come out
Do I look
bus.
like a bloke
But
that
why you
messages
come?
blokes?
Hey,
Fuck you.
Everybody knows in
God
media
damn.
there's a lot of
He's
security.
not even-
This is great.
Of course, I'm gonna sit in bus with all red corners.
Shit
we
in
sit.
bus.
He come with 40
I shit
people.
in bus.
And he think he can change something. Okay, we talk with him before. Why you don't send message? Why? He can send me, hey, you have problem with my brother or teammate, something like this. You give him slap. Now you have to give answer. Okay, I'm gonna come. He gonna send me, okay, 1 guy, 2 guy, 10 guys, or alone. Doesn't matter. But why you come with 40 people? 100% you know I'm here is with alone or 1 guy, 2 guy. But you come with 40 people. But what's changed? Nothing. And 6 October, 6
Shut your
October,
mouth, you're
6
talking
October we're
pony.
gonna see.
You cornered a friend of mine who had nothing got to do with it, and another an Islam, a Chechen man who had nothing got to do with anything, slapped him and abused him on foreign soil. Your own people, you little rat. It's like me going over
No,
and
okay,
seeing
you
an
talk
Irish
with
man
him,
going
you
about
talk
his
with
work,
him,
and
you
you
talk
going
with
over
him.
and seeing an Irish man over in England, let's say, and me
No.
with what are you talking about with
No.
numbers?
Okay,
You were
okay.
surrounded by about 40 of your
Okay,
teammates.
I have-
Many of them hooded. Many of them had their
No one
hoods up.
touch him.
They had to be chased
You
out of
can
hotel.
ask him. You can ask
Yeah,
him.
right,
Why you
right,
don't
mate,
ask him?
right, mate,
Okay,
right,
why you
right,
don't
right,
ask him?
right. Whatever, kid.
Okay.
I couldn't
This
give
would
a
be so much
bollocks.
better with the
when,
fans.
when the person you are looking for showed up, you took a shit on the back of a bus. So shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, but why you don't ask your friend, hey, when someone give you slap, you have to give him back? What happened? If we guys,
Adam
okay,
knows what he should have
okay,
done. He
no,
should have
no, no.
stitched you a low
Okay,
focus,
no,
few
listen,
crackers and got out
listen.
there.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
that doesn't matter.
10
Man,
people,
all good. All
2
good,
guys.
pal.
If
All
someone
crazy.
slap you,
It's
you
not
have to
got to
give
do
him
with
back.
him. It's not got to do with
This is
you.
your old teammates.
It's got to do with me and
Everybody
you.
eats
It's got to
slaps.
do with me and you,
Okay.
kid. It's got to do with me and you.
This
So
guy,
who's a
this
bollocks?
guy
Here
have to
I
give
am.
you answer.
Here
Hey,
I am. Let's
why?
have a knock, mate.
Why? You
Let's
have to
have
ask
a
him.
knock, mate.
Okay.
Let's have a
If
knock.
Yeah,
my
wheezing his
friend
face is red.
afraid of a
ever
slap.
eats slap,
You're
I'm gonna ask
afraid of
him,
a
hey,
slap.
why you
You're
don't give him
afraid of a
back?
slap.
You have to fight. If you lose, we're gonna come. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with your team? They everybody eat same now. One night they everybody eat slap, and next day, like when we have to go to press conference, you have to come to me. He say, hey, you can go with only 1 guy. You can go with only 1 guy. Okay, I'm gonna go, but I don't expect 10 people, 40 people, 30 people gonna come. If they come all week, we move with our own bus, with all my friends, with everybody. And UFC told me, hey, you guys have to go with 1 guy. Okay, I go. They come with 40 people. What changed? Nothing. But he have to ask his friend why he eats lead. He have to ask him. If you think he man, he have to ask him.
Eats lead?
This is what I think.
We're watching the Conor McGregor Khabib
So, Conor,
UFC
you've been away
229
for,
press
nearly
conference right
2
now.
years.
Reacting.
People had speculated, even Dana had said, there's a shot you might retire because of how much money you made from the fight with Mayweather. Are you happy to be back?
This is called prize fighting. But thankfully, I'm such a crafty individual with my other entities and my entire game as a whole that I don't actually.
I'm gonna put him back to box.
I'm
gonna put him back to box.
The banging shit off you, mate.
You have to fight only box because you cannot compete with high-level guys
I
with
don't have to
wrestling.
fight for money
you
no
know?
more. Thank the Lord.
You
Jesus,
fight with
H.
small
Christ.
guys in
I
featherweight
don't have
division,
to fight
and
for
these
money
guys
no more.
who have
I have
wrestling,
made
they
so
give
much
you
to
lot
my
of
other
problem.
entities.
What are you talking
I mean,
about?
if I
Your
make-
wrestling is 0. Your grappling is 0.
Stall it down,
I'm
pal.
gonna
Stall
mow
it.
you.
Let's wrestle, kid.
Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle.
6 October. Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. Yeah, you hope, mate. Oh, yeah, you're gonna be wrestling my knuckle out of your orbital bone.
After this fight, you're gonna go to the back to box.
From the boxing, I made a hell of a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, I could have retired from the
I know. You
boxing.
come here for money.
Mate, I'm
I
talking
come here
to the
for legacy.
reporter. Will you get
Hey,
that?
I come here for legacy. You come for money.
Smelly shy bag.
You come for money. I come for legacy.
I have money.
This
I
is
don't
different.
Need,
This
I
is
don't,
different. Why
you took money from
No,
Nurmagomedov?
of
Hold
course,
on, you took
of
money.
course,
You took
of
money from
course.
Nurmagomedov, and you were a
Yes.
little lick ass rat.
No,
now
I
what? Putin locked him up. Say
What?
something to Putin about locking Nurmagomedov up. Say something. Say.
Wow.
Ask him
He's
to
going
release
hard
him.
with this.
Ask him to release him. Now you don't understand.
what are you talking?
You
Ask
mad
him,
rat.
ask him. I'm
Talking
gonna
about
give
money,
you-
you don't do
Rat.
this, you don't do that. You're a
He took
fake
money from
lying
Nurmagomedov?
rat. A fake lying. I'm real. I
He saw
wear
it
it
on
on my
social.
chest. There's a gorilla on my chest. I wear it proud, mate. I don't lie about nothing. You're saying it's not about money, it's not about legacy. You're a lying bastard. When money got pumped into your camp by that little scumbag that's down in the late
super
you thought you were a don. Now look at you.
Connor Zimmerman but is gonna jet footed on the ground. Semicolon opening parenthesis.
Truth.
Thank you, Hans.
Truth,
Anyway,
Hans.
unsheva life.
Hey, you
and
look
this
like clown.
beautiful,
You look like
fine
clown.
bottle
Sit
of
and
fucking
relax
Irish
and
whiskey
talk if you
is
wanna
gonna
talk.
dominate the game. Jameson
Stop
is
promote
toast.
your bullshit
This
whiskey
is
here, bro.
This is a direct competitor to Jameson.
He's
I
doing
am
a
coming
commercial now.
to take over the whiskey business. Look at the noise it has made. This is a true beast I have in my possession here. I do not fight for the prize. I did not begin fighting for the prize. I began to fight because I loved it. That's why I'm here now, because I love this game. I don't have to be here. I am set for life. Even without this, I'm set for life. From the last match, I'm set for life.
Okay, what are you
I'm
doing
sorted
here?
now.
What are you doing
I'm
here?
here
Why
to
you come
enjoy
here?
this.
Why you come here?
Because I'm
But
gonna
6
love,
October,
I'm gonna love
6 October, what you
pulling
gonna
out of your
do?
misery
This
and
is not
stomping on
this
your
is
head.
not about
And if you
whiskey.
pull out a
The
fight,
6
I'm gonna
October,
love what
I'm
happens
gonna
to you
mow
even
you.
more.
You
If
know
you
this.
pull, if you pull
And
out
you
this
know
fight, I'm
this.
gonna love what happens
You know
to you,
this. 6
your
October, I'm gonna
family,
mow
and
you.
your team
You know
even
this.
more on your own soil. I'm gonna love that even more. So you just show up to this fight, and we'll do this the noble way. Pull out, and then you know what's gonna happen to you back home, kid. So that's all I'll say about
What's
that.
gonna happen?
I'm here
What's
for the
gonna
joy,
happen?
to enjoy
What's
it.
gonna happen?
To enjoy it.
What's gonna happen?
Oh boy.
What's gonna happen?
This is
Tell
getting
me.
heated.
What's
This is
gonna
outside
happen?
the cage shit.
All right, that's.
Oh, we don't need question. We have to talk with him. I have couple question him. Hey, you ask
You
your
won't even
friend
let him ask a question.
why he eat sleep. You ask him. You have to ask him. You have to ask him.
What did you say? Ask him what? Why he slept?
Go ahead. Sir.
Ask these nuts. I don't have to do nothing for nobody. I'm psycho bred, mate. I don't have to lick no one's arsehole for a check like fucking you.
Wow, Connor is fucking.
ahead, sir.
He is a different level right now. He's so.
He's angry. This is the first time we've seen
some criticism,
like legitimately
Michael Bisping
angry.
said on his podcast about your wrestling training heading into this fight. Where do you feel your training is right now, especially with your wrestling going up against Khabib? He's also been blasting your wrestling as well.
I am very, very well coached. My coaching team, Coach John Kavanagh, he has coached me very well. We are ready for this. My wrestling coach, Sergey Pekulski, my striking coaches, my conditioning coaches on the McGregor Fast program. We are ready here. We are ready for war. We are ready for all
Vlad.
outcomes, all situations,
Connor's
all
coked the fuck
scenarios.
out.
You think
Lol.
he's bumping up before it?
Nah, he's
Supreme
definitely
confidence you were looking at here.
wasted.
So we're
Or
going to
at
go
least
out and
drinking a little.
enjoy this contest on
I have
October
some
6th,
thoughts, but I'm
because
gonna
again, that's
say it
all I'm
after
doing
the
it for.
press conference.
Because I fucking love it. Don't have to do it otherwise. It's just because I love it. That's it.
It would, Kogar.
You really think you're gonna enjoy with me?
I'm gonna love it.
Next question. Conor, you mentioned the money that you made from your boxing experience. Is there anything else from fighting Mayweather that you've been able to bring back to your MMA preparations?
Of course, it was a great match, a great boxing match where I got to, you know, when you have a fight that long, 30 minutes, my longest contest that was. I learned some things, of course. You take with you from every fight, you learn and grow. So I was very happy with the experience as a whole. And of course, you'll see on October 6th the lessons I have learned.
Now he's
Next
back to
question.
composed. Really interesting.
Khabib, Floyd Mayweather issued a warning to you saying that Conor doesn't fear anyone. What do you say to Floyd Mayweather?
I am the Floyd Mayweather in MMA.
I'm the Floyd Mayweather of MMA.
Shut your mouth, mate. You're a dirt box. You're absolutely dirt. You just sit. Your last fight was embarrassing.
Call him a
Your
dirt box.
last fight
Right now,
was embarrassing.
I am most
we were
active
laughing in the Brooklyn
and
lockup.
dominant
We were
UFC
laughing in
champion
the
right
cell
now.
in Brooklyn at
This
you.
is my third fight in last
Shy boy.
9 months, you know. and 26-0, never lose round. And I don't know what this guy talking about. I don't understand what he gonna do 6 October. He think whiskey gonna help him? I don't understand.
So without the crowd,
yes.
Next
it's like a comedian trying to perform a stand-up
Conor says
comedy
he's
act
ready for your
with
ground-
no audience.
Yeah, it's
for your ground
it's
game.
it's
It's a
all
big
for-
blunder by the
What have you seen
UFC.
out of, what Conor can do on the
I have a
ground?
question for you. What do you think?
I'm not the fighter, you are. What have you
No,
seen
what do
out of
you
Conor's
think?
ground game?
I think I'm gonna make him tired and after play with him. Because when he tired, he always give up. He don't like, he's like, when you go to the, he moved to box and he tap there. You know, like when someone punch you like 10,
You
12,
tap the
15
bus
times,
window,
you
kid.
Tap, you tap
You
boxing
tap the bus window.
3 times.
You
3
tap the
times.
little stop
3
that
times
stops
he
the
tap.
bus.
You tap 4
Someone stop
times.
this
What are you
bus.
talking about? What are you talking about? You tap 3, 4 times. You tap 4
So
times.
what? I'll tap your head
You
off
tap
the
like
canvas,
chicken.
kid.
You tap like
I'll
chicken 4
tap your
times.
head off the canvas.
Now he's got his legs kicked up. He's relaxed. The whiskey's kicking in.
Khabib, assalamu alaikum. And Conor, congrats on proper 12.
Thank you, sir.
He didn't say
Could
it.
we get an official prediction on the fight?
You cannot say salam alaikum and congrats about whiskey.
Ooh.
Khabib.
Slap him then. Do something about it. What are you going to do about that? Is that the disrespecting you? Do something then. I'll just shut your mouth. Fucking fool you.
Let's get
Backwards
back on
cunt.
Thanks, Conor.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
From the two of you, could we get an official prediction on the fight?
Oh boy.
Domination. His head bouncing off the canvas. All his pony talk is going to be fucking put on blast October 6th.
Do you have a round in mind?
Khabib's laughing.
As long as it takes. I believe one. He's a glass jaw. The Chechens, my Chechen friends, the Vainaki soldiers, they told me that they have chicken jaws in Dagestan. And I believe them because I know a glass jaw when I see one. And I've seen this man wobble many times. I've seen his brother sparked unconscious in another promotion. I know he is afraid of a smack. And if you're afraid of a smack off me, a smack will feel like a double-barrel shotgun. So I believe inside the force. But I have been wrong before. I will be prepared for 5 rounds. You're looking at a fighting veteran. I've came through it all. I've been through it all. I've been on both sides of the world. I've been on the boxing side and I've been on this side. I'm ready for any occurrence. But this man is a glass jaw bum. And I'm going to shatter him.
Agreed,
like that
Olympia.
glass was shattered. May God have mercy on its soul on October 6th.
He doesn't let anybody
Khabib,
talk.
do you have a prediction?
Khabib just shakes his head no.
Why
Next
waste
question.
his time?
Assalamu alaikum ayada.
Jeffrey hit first. Khabib, your last fight, you had opponent changed right before you in, and I mean,
Do nothing, cunt.
and that fight right there was a very hard fight for you. This fight you got right here in front of you, what are you gonna do different on this fight?
When last time, like when someone fight for the belt, judges give score 50-43. When? You remember this? And you talk about this was like a hard fight for me?
When the guy came in, he went in for you. He went
Yeah.
the full distance with you.
Yeah, exactly.
He won what?
He
full
went the full
distance.
distance. He went the full distance with you, he said. See that belt you have on your lap there? The one that you're proudly representing.
It's okay. This
When
guy
I won
tough
that
guy.
belt, I sparked the
That
guy
Quinta is tough
inside
guy.
2 rounds, dominated him,
He
dropped
beat
him
lot
3
of tough
times in the
guys.
1st round.
I don't think
Madison
easy fight
Square
for
Garden,
nobody.
the home of
And,
the
you know,
champ.
He's good. He's tough guy. And I think he can beat a lot of guys in top 10, you know. And he already beat, you know. And about decision, but I win every round, you know. I win every round and I take my belt. You have question?
For Conor, 2 years you haven't been active in Octagon. This one right here is gonna be a hell of a war for you.
Yes, we are
How
ready.
you getting ready for this?
I am in a war state of mind. That's how I'm getting ready. Every training session is a war zone. So we are ready. Thank you so much. 2 years, you are correct. 2 years outside of the UFC's octagon. Not 2 years outside of the fighting octagon, because I fight every day of my life. There's something going on somewhere on planet Earth involving me and something else or someone else. So I am ready. We have put a lot of hard work into this camp, and we are coming towards the final stages of preparation now. So we are looking forward to showcasing to the world what I have learned through my boxing venture and through my return to MMA with the lessons from this boxing venture, and then just as a growing fighter that has gained more experience. We are very excited to showcase what we've learned.
It's interesting the fluctuation between triggered
Hey, Dana.
and calm.
How you doing, man?
He's only triggered when Khabib goes back and forth.
Thank you
that's all.
for making this fight happen, and thank you for bringing the UFC to back to New York for UFC 230.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Was this the original plan for the main event for UFC 230 before, obviously, what happened in April?
Oh, man.
Like the fiasco with Conor and Khabib and with New York State?
What was what planned?
Was this going to be...
No.
Not at all?
No.
Connor's leaning back and staring at Khabib.
We just
He's
heard
making
the
noises
news yesterday about
at
Jon
Khabib.
Jones.
He's
eligible to
He's trying to get under his skin.
after,
Khabib's looking
October
straight.
28th, UFC 230, like I just said, is November 3rd. Is it possible that we're going to see Jon Jones on that main event?
He will not be on that main event.
Oh.
100% no?
100% no.
Okay, wow.
100% no in the main event.
Conor, this question's for you. Looking forward to UFC 230. How do you see Nate Diaz versus the Dustin Poirier fight going?
I think it's going to be a great fight. Two amazing fighters. Nate Diaz as tough as they come. Dustin Poirier took that loss on the chin and came back and has showcased a good mental strength and has had some great, phenomenal fights and wins inside the octagon. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. We'll see what happens
very
after.
calm
So
now.
I wish both men
Yeah,
the best
it's
of luck.
calculated.
and
He's not
we'll
drunk.
see.
You can tell he's not drunk.
Yeah.
This is
Just
all
for Dana, real
calculated.
quick, the decision to put the Conor bus incident from Brooklyn into the promos for this fight, what was that decision like? Was that tough? Was there any consideration about not doing that?
No, hope. No.
Not tough at all. It's part of the storyline. It is what it is. There's been other situations where things have happened leading up to a fight, and you play the story the way that the story played out.
Conor, you thought it should have been in there in the promos?
No comment.
When you're in that
Smart.
situation that everyone has now seen on video multiple times, what's going through your head? You're in that loading dock. You have a dollar in your hand. What's going through
I
your
just
head?
thank the Lord Jesus Christ that man had not got the balls to step foot off that bus, because trust me, or that the bus door did not open, because if that bus door had have opened, this man would be dead right now.
Whoa.
He would be in a box and I would be in a cell, and we would not have this great fight ahead of us. So there are many things I can speak on about that
Jesus
incident, and
Christ.
about the lead up and about my emotions and things like that, but there are still many ongoing situations involved in it. So I'm just here to compete on October 6th in Las Vegas, Nevada, the T-Mobile Arena, live on pay-per-view, UFC 229, in association with McGregor Sports and Entertainment and Proper 12 Irish Whiskey.
Proper 12.
And that's it.
We need to do a shot.
Habib, same question. You're on the bus.
Said he'd be
and
in
you
a
see all this
box.
Going on. What is going through your head?
It's a little drastic.
Nothing. You know, this is show his weakness. He showed me his weakness. He think when he with 40 people.
I showed you my bare hands. First
Okay.
thing.
Okay, I'm.
Here's my hands.
Like
no weapons.
205.
Get off the bus, mate.
Okay, 205. You
talked all
guys
this
remember
talk.
when
You're
we
doing all
meet
these actions.
in backstage?
Here I am with no
He was
no,
very nice guy.
With no,
he was
uh,
very
no
nice guy,
weapons.
but when he come with 40 people, he a little bit changed. But this is show his weakness. Me and him is gonna be alone. 6 October, and that's it.
Khabib still
Last thing for me,
staying cool.
Habib, was your father able to get a visa into the United States for this
baiting
fight?
into the father.
I don't know. I think
Still working on it.
Still work, but I think maybe no.
Smell a shit off your dad.
Conor had written an Instagram post about your dad calling him a coward. Did that affect you in any way?
Most important is 6 October. Now he can talk whatever he want. He gonna talk, I know. And 6 October is most important. For me, it's most important 6 October. When cage close, we're gonna watch.
The Chechen people know what
We're
I'm
gonna
talking
see.
about when I call this man a coward. When I call his father
Who?
a quivering coward.
Which Chechen people?
Him and Kadyrov were at a mosque together, and he posts a picture of Kadyrov on his Instagram site. Kadyrov is the Chechen dictator, a crazy man. Don't get me
He's
wrong.
not drunk.
But Khabib's father,
You can tell.
lick arse of fucking Houlihan, posts a picture of
very
Kadyrov at this mosque.
strategic with how he talks.
He's not drunk.
Khabib's father posts a picture up, and the caption is, "Together we are stronger." It's such fake respect out of fear. The Chechens know. The Chechen people know that if the tables were turned and there was an opportunity for his father to stab that man in the back, he would do it in a heartbeat to take over. And he did not do nothing. And that's why he is a quivering coward, because he showed fake respect out of fear. And that's where that came from.
I don't know what his father teach him, but my father teach me, you cannot never give up and be respect always. This is what my father teach me. And I never give up, and I always respect.
The father
but
wasn't
I don't
even
know
in the
about
picture.
his father.
Just
I don't want
they were
to
just in the
talk
same
shit about
location.
his
It was
father
like, I hope
because
I
I
don't bump
cannot.
into you, pal.
Because you know.
I hope I don't bump into you, sir. But
About
together
this
we are
guy,
stronger.
I'm
Just
gonna
please
teach him a
don't-
little bit.
just
I'm
sort
gonna
me
teach
out,
him
please.
inside the
Help me.
cage.
Fake
And
respect
then I
out
know
of
how I
fear.
like talk with my opponents. I'm gonna talk with him, teach him, like give him a little bit masterclass.
Give him a little bit of what?
Thank
A
you,
masterclass.
Michael Regan here from West Cork.
I like the way
love
Khabib
Conor,
is handling
and,
this.
congratulations on the whiskey. We had a bottle of it last night.
How did you get on?
We were
Because I know I'm a
WBM.
salesman. I'll sell you upside down the head.
we were drinking until 4 o'clock in the,
Yes.
the Shannon Bar in Hobo.
Yes, up the Shannon Bar.
Yeah.
Up the Shannon Bar. I'll be there tonight if you're looking for me.
Marky, I don't think he's getting in his
question
head.
for Khabib, just the World Cup final, you were in the stands staring up at Conor with President Putin having the meal, etc. How did that feel?
It was great match. You know.
He's cackling in the
and,
background while Khabib talks.
How I feel? I don't feel nothing, you know, because I never want to take picture with someone. Doesn't matter. It's president.
Are you disrespecting your president Vladimir Putin?
No, why not?
Are you disrespecting your president Vladimir Putin?
No.
Conor
Then what
stance.
do you mean by that?
I don't want to take picture with
What
him.
do you mean by that then?
What?
Explain
what's
what do
wrong?
you mean. Are you
What's-
disrespecting
Okay,
your
I'm gonna
president?
explain. Sit. I'm gonna explain. Okay.
Fake rat.
About
like I
about
said, fake
picture.
respect out of fear.
Okay.
That's
About
all these
picture.
men are known for. They were chased
About-
from their land. They were chased from their land to the edge of cliffs. My family, my bloodline, the McGregor clan, we stood and we fought. We fought the English Empire. So much so that our name was banished for 100 years by King
what he's
James
doing?
at the time.
Okay. Why you guys change your language?
Shut
Okay,
your mouth.
you guys have
Shut
your
your
own
mouth.
language. What's wrong with you? Now you talk about you
I'm
guys
an
fight
Estel.
with English
I'm a
Empire.
Carrigan
But
dog,
what
video
happened with
learners
your
here on
language?
bus.
Got him.
Talk English.
I can speak Irish,
I
mate.
can-
I can
him.
speak my native
Okay,
tongue.
Now he
let's go.
got him.
I'm a
I
Carrigan
can
dog.
talk with you.
I'm a Carrigan
Dagestan,
Tussa dog here on
Russia,
letters here on
English,
bus.
Turkish, Arabic.
I'm a Carrigan
I can
Tussa
talk with you
dog here
all.
on letters.
I can talk
Jesus
with you all.
Christ.
You know what that means? Can I have a shit on the bus?
But Ireland have their own language.
He just said, "Can I have a
What's
shit
wrong?
on the bus?" In his
English
language.
change your language. Now you talk with
I want
all.
to crack open that bottle.
Now
Can I have
you
a shit on your bus?
Now you talk English.
I didn't know that was there.
What's
But
wrong
I'm
with your
not
English?
that. There ain't fucking problem that more English, you mad rat.
He grabbed
All
Dana.
right, we got time for one more question.
He grabbed Dana.
Dana Darren.
Please
Regal
don't
from
antagonize
Hold
anybody.
on.
Dana, is Proper Whiskey an official sponsor of UFC 229?
It is.
It is.
Wow.
Double bells.
It is.
Yeah! You bet your bollocks it is. It's on their canvas.
And Conor,
It's on their canvas. Look, his blood will be on their canvas. October 6th. Let's get this face off, though. I'm wrapped up now.
It's
Thanks
on
for
the
coming,
canvas
everybody.
like Khabib's blood's gonna be on the canvas.
That's
what a way to end it. Holy shit. All right, now we're going to watch this face-off over here. Wow. Okay. All right. We'll have one more shot. Proper 12 is going to be a sponsor of this event. Okay. Man, oh man. We're going to recap what we just watched over here. Really weird stuff. Let me
I'm
mute this weird
impressed,
music.
but I'm not. You know, like
First of all, one thing right off the bat, right? No crowd.
first.
It destroyed the essence of what we just seen right over here. And cheers. Every time Conor says proper 12, we do a shot, but not proper 12, but easy. Wow. James. Anyway, that's the next best thing. All right. So first of all, in the chat, let me know and let Jessie know who won that exchange. Now,
Well, of course Conor did because he didn't give Khabib the time of day.
well, it's not an of course answer because if you think about it, and they're going to square off right now, we're going to watch this face off between the two. There's going to be security here. I don't even know what we're going to see. But I think Khabib, let's go on the Khabib side of things before we go into Conor. Okay.
Agreed, Mag Piggin. I have no idea what they were thinking.
Khabib did fantastic, right? The one thing that I did see here is we've never really seen Khabib really raise his voice. We've never seen Khabib,
Yes.
dig a little bit.
Yeah.
And we did see that tonight.
One time, though. There were multiple times that people kept saying, oh, he got him. He didn't get him until the very end. When you see Khabib raise his voice, that's when he got him.
So if you notice, when Conor attacks his heritage, his background, where he's from, his president, Khabib gets a little bit more fired up.
Right.
So now Conor, what he did was he figured out, okay, how am I going to attack this man on social media? How am I going to proceed in my psychological attack?
Right.
We're going to go hit him where the sun don't shine. That is the only way he can get to him. Now, do I think that's going to get Conor the win in this fight? No, I don't think that's the case. It's going to come down to the actual physical presence. And here comes the face-off. Hold on. All right, Conor walks in there. Rised up. Khabib looks like the taller of the two, but they do have shoes on, so Conor is mouthing off.
Conor's just standing there. Khabib's just standing there.
All right, Conor is nose to nose with Khabib right now. Nose to nose. Conor is mouthing off. We cannot hear a word he's saying. Must watch the embedded to know. Khabib is staring him in the eyes. Stern. God knows what Conor's saying. Dana White gets in between. Conor puts the left arm in the air. Poses. Stares back at Khabib again. Khabib puts the belt over the shoulder. Conor grabs his two straps that he brought from home.
Shut your mouth, Ali Abdelaziz. Man,
Oh.
Terror snitch. I know a lot about you as well, you mad rat. I know a lot about you as well.
Khabib's
You keep your
manager.
mouth shut, kid.
Well, Ali's
Let me take
questionable.
my picture. How's Noah? How's Noah, huh? Yeah, shut your mouth. Never speak about me. Everything
Wow.
else, watch yourself around me. Because you be out here quick. Here, hold on. Let me get my pose and my belt and my shoe. August McGregor.
Wow. They just pulled Khabib off the
Fuck
stage.
you.
Conor standing there stoically with two belts, but no pose by Khabib as Dana's
Fool.
like,
Don't come at the king.
don't come at the king. All right, so, wow. Okay. Now, Ali.
Well, this is supposed to be a
Wow.
face-off between Conor and Khabib, and he goes after Ali. Like, what the fuck? Khabib said nothing, by the way. Khabib stood there, and then he just grabbed his belt, got his picture, got off. Said nothing. Not one fucking word.
Holy shit.
Showed zero threat, though.
Okay, man. Okay, let's process what we just saw here. Big blunder, not having a crowd, right? We're all in agreement on this. Not having
100%.
that crowd. It's a comedian doing his stand-up routine without an audience.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't, it just doesn't work, right?
It doesn't give the same like hyped up vibe that you would get from a press conference, especially a Conor conference. A Conor conference, you want that Irish crowd there, like screaming, yelling. And plus, Irish and a Russian fan base, like that would be epic.
Well, no, I understand why it would get pretty hostile in that crowd. Yes, it would get pretty hostile. So I get why they didn't do that. You would think bump up the security, and do it right. I don't know.
Landon says, I like that they didn't have a crowd. It showed what a clown Conor is. So
Okay.
it did kind of show his
So here's the thing.
ridiculousness.
If you, and I urge you to rewatch this press conference and watch the visual of this press conference as well. In the beginning, Conor was a fish out of water. He didn't know what to do. He uses the crowd to react, to get a reaction. And all he had was a
feeds
bunch
off
of
of it.
media. And he could only feed off of a couple of chuckles in the crowd that were media. So in the beginning, the first half of the press conference, you notice that Conor McGregor was just like, you know what? I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to keep going with this and find my footing.
Yeah.
I noticed the second half of the press conference, Conor found his footing. He found his footing. He kicked his feet up. He got relaxed and realized, okay, now I know where my points are. Let me go after those points. And that's what he did. The first half of the press conference, Conor failed, in my opinion. Khabib was very
100%.
confident, and Khabib took it. At the very end of the press conference, that's when we saw Khabib raise his voice. The good news with the Khabib situation is he was calm the whole time. Even when he raised his voice, he was able to bring himself back down.
It is a combination of things, though, and I think the reason he didn't do very well in the very beginning, and I just saw it in the chat, Kevin Costa made a comment about it, and it's exactly what was going through my head as you were talking about it. In that first half, when Conor did kind of shitty, I do think stage rust might have a contributing factor. It might not be the
Cage
entire.
rust. Is that what you're saying?
No, stage rust.
What are you talking about, Conor?
Now there is cage rust that we won't see until 229. But I'm saying stage rust, being on press conferences, being up there, doing the face-offs, doing the back and forth with another fighter. It could be a contributing factor. Now, I'm not saying it's the sole reason. I think there's a lot of other things that sort of contributed. I also think before we get to the second half, I also think that Conor's angry. When you're angry,
I don't think he is.
I think he is. I think he's very angry.
You bet you.
Look at Artem.
Nah.
Look at what happened with Artem.
Here's the thing.
Of course, would you not be angry? Would you not stand up for your boy?
So I think Conor was upset at the Artem situation,
Yeah.
but I think it was a calculated move to get this fight.
Okay.
That's what I think it was. I think it was a calculated move for Conor to get this fight. Conor's always like 4 steps ahead of the game, so I think that's the case. Now, when Conor's passionate about his opinion, so when his anger came out, you can tell that he's passionate about his attack, his approach. He's way more calculated than you give him respect for here. Conor went at this thing. Any anger that Conor showed, people might say he was drunk, he was coked up, he was this and that. And at first, I was like kind of buying into that. And then when I saw the press conference go full circle, I realized, no, this indeed is his attack.
When he flips tables.
This is his approach. Yes.
When he went from being a complete fucking lunatic to being like calm, subtle, talk to the press, you know, answer strategically with his questions, and then he just hyped it up again toward the end. And that's when he got Khabib.
The argument to the people that there are a lot of Conor haters out there, and a lot of people are going to say Conor was drunk, Conor was coked up, or whatever.
Yeah.
And your argument can be, yeah, well, look what happened with Bellator. Look what happened when he's gone out of control with the hand truck and stuff like that. He lost his mind. Yeah, he's a loose cannon. But my thought is this, and especially after watching
fun
this,
to watch. I'll give him that.
I mean,
very fun to watch. Well,
no matter how
Khabib,
cringy it is, it's like a train wreck. It's like a car crash. You have to watch. But on a stage and in a cage are 2 places where Conor doesn't crack. And I don't feel he cracked tonight. I really don't. Let me know in the chat what you think. Do you think that Conor McGregor, did he fail? Did he succeed? Did he crack? Is he shook? Did he get into Khabib's head? That is what I want to know. We'll take a couple of phone calls because this is very interesting.
I will give Khabib credit in one thing. Now, there have been fighters in the past who have been remotely calm when it comes to dealing with Conor, especially on stage, when it comes to a back and forth, when it comes to a press conference or face-to-face. There have been fighters who have maintained some sort of calm or grounded stature. Khabib did it for the most part. I have to give it to him. I think he's probably one of the most grounded fighters that Conor has come face-to-face with so far. And I'm not talking Mayweather boxing bullshit. I'm saying in MMA, Khabib did really well, except for losing his shit toward the end. I think he handled the entire thing very well. He handled it in a Khabib way, which was amazing. It was amazing to watch because even though Conor lost his mind and he was so entertaining and everyone was focused on Conor, Khabib, were you not looking at Khabib the entire time?
It's a fascinating press conference to watch. In the beginning, we didn't know how to react to this, right? There's no crowd. There's nobody cheering and hooting and hollering. Conor delivers his line, ole, 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 right? And that's what you hear, and people screaming and yelling and chanting and laughing. Like, that's what you hear, and Conor plays off of that. He did not have that. Like I said before, the first half, it was a tough start for him. He found his footing. I think he ended it well. Khabib did a fantastic job as well. I cannot go one-sided with Conor. Yes, I'm wearing the shirt. Yes, we have the picture on the wall over there. But let's be honest. Khabib did his thing. Yeah. Khabib showed up, and he did what Khabib does. He laughed. He smirked. He kind of shook it off. The only time we saw him raise his voice was the father, was the Putin situation, was this controversy that Conor kept on bringing up. It did seem like Conor hit a nerve, but I don't know if it's enough to get him an advantage in the fight. Now, from this point to the fight, we're going to watch social media. Social media is going to be a really interesting place to be. Put the alert bell on for Conor and Khabib. Watch the two go back and forth because Conor is going to he's going to put the pedal to the metal. Now he knows. He picked at him a little bit. Right. He wanted to see where he can get him, and now he knows where to get him. He's going to go after his father, and he's going to go after his religion. He's going to go after him being a traitor and a snitch or a snake or whatever.
He'd be stupid not to. Because,
that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, they might be hard attacks on Khabib, but you got to think, you go for the soft spots.
You're going to wrap one on one shoulder,
Vlad coming in with a donation.
On the other shoulder, and you're going to need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Raise his voice once, OMG. He G-O-T-E-E-M. He G-O-T-E-E-M. So we're just ignore how emotional Conor is.
Good point.
Lol. Conor's no actor. Khabib looked more annoyed than anything that he take part in such a one-sided conference. Khabib care about Conor's antics.
Okay,
Conor is emotional, and this is exactly what I was talking about. I brought this up 2 different times in this exact stream. I said Conor is angry. He is an emotional person, and he's going to let his emotions get the best of him if he's not careful. I'm not saying it's going to be his loss. His emotions may not lead
you
up
think
to his
Conor was
loss,
angry,
but
if
he has to be careful.
if I'm telling you right now, you're a fool if you think Conor was actually really angry there.
I think there was
you're a fool.
I 100% think that there was some frustration.
Nope.
And that's not oh, you're a fool. I think a lot of people could agree that there
Wrong.
was frustration. If it was your best friend, all right? Let's say let's say you and
I think yes, he's a
let
rational
me give you a
outside.
situation.
Go ahead.
Let me give you a situation. I'm Khabib, you're Conor.
Mhm.
I went after your best friend. I don't have any correlation with you. It is what it is, right? I went after your best friend, someone that you
Yeah.
were very loyal to.
When the situation happened,
Would there not be frustration when you finally got that face-to-face?
hold on a second. Pulse Resurrected coming in.
Conor's act is lame at this point. He looked like a comedian on Comic View with that Steve Harvey suit.
But you know what,
Bet
Pulse?
on him like you did Dare until.
So what Pulse said there, I kind of agree because he was acting. That wasn't real. Now, what you're saying there, it's funny. It's a point I made before. I said when the whole Artem thing went down, Conor was completely wrong in that situation. But I also said that when if my boy was cornered, I'd probably do something irrational and crazy as well. Especially if I had more money than God, I would do the same thing. And it's not right. It's completely wrong. It's insane what Conor did over there. But yeah, I get what he did. You put him on a stage, you put him in the cage, he is going to be putting on an act. It's all to put on a show. It's all to sell pay-per-views.
He tried the same thing with Nate Diaz and got more of a reaction out of Nate Diaz than he did with Khabib. So
he got nothing out of Nate Diaz.
he got more from Nate than he did with Khabib. He still got more from Nate than he did with Khabib.
Nate never raised his voice.
It doesn't matter.
Like,
Emotional wise,
no.
Go back and watch Nate's
Let me know in the
press
chat what you think. I see that I disagree.
I
think that he couldn't
here's what I
penetrate
think
Nate
happened.
and he couldn't penetrate Floyd. Those are two guys he never penetrated. Khabib was fantastic, but
Yeah.
he did raise his voice.
Let me put this into perspective for you. Now let's say that you did think that he got more of a rise out of Nate. If you were arguing with someone, right, and your sole intention, and you're a sarcastic person, you like getting under people's skin.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, okay. Your intention is to get a reaction, right? If you were just prying and you did not get that reaction, aggravation builds. It's a normal human response. Aggravation builds in you for not getting that reaction you wanted. It's the same thing with Conor. I think with Conor, aside from getting Khabib riled up toward the end, I think he realized he couldn't get that reaction from Khabib that he wanted, so he was getting aggravated.
What I'm saying right now, and getting the reaction from all the Conor Dick Rider comments that are in this phone right here, I'm doing the exact same thing that Conor did to Khabib in this press conference.
Yeah.
It's psychological warfare over here. I believe Conor won this battle, but I don't think this is going to get him an edge in a fight. Now he plants the seed, and now we see how this snowballs, how this progresses, how the interview is coming up, fight week, when they do a press conference. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Super chat, Real Gamer.
Conor McGregor got in Khabib's head a moment ago, especially with Putin. And he's gonna be face down, first round on fight night.
Thank you for the donation, Real Gamer. 100% right. I agree. I agree.
You're biased.
He's a smart man. Real Gamer, you are a smart person
He's
right
biased.
over there.
Don't listen to him.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you for joining us. We have 723 people watching. If you haven't subbed, give us a sub. We'll be live for 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, every single week.
UFC 229.
That's right, UFC 229. We'll do our fight reaction along with all the... Uh-oh, watch out. Hold on. Yes. She's fucking flexing for you guys. UFC 229. That's right. Oh, my God. Unbelievable muscles over there. JBH.
Let's not get carried away. Don't get AZ.
All right, so if you're just jumping in, we just reacted to the UFC 229 press conference.
Yeah.
And now I'm pretty sure that a lot of people saw the press conference, heard the press conference, and came over and wanted to see what people's thoughts were. So that's what we're talking about right now. I believe it's a win for Conor, okay? And I think it's a win for Khabib. I think it's a win. You can make an argument for both of them. It's a win. A fail by the UFC not having a crowd, right? That's a big fail over there. It's a big blunder, not having that crowd. But I think Conor came into this, two things he wanted to do. He wanted to promote his whiskey, because clearly he flew across the country to,
and he's
you know,
sponsoring
to
the UFC.
Country. Yeah, to promote his whiskey, which we're going to be as suckers and buy that shit. And let me know in the chat with the ones if you're going to try to taste that shit. What's up, subscriber over here, Stephen Martin. And 2, to poke at Khabib in person to find out where he can attack for the future.
Right.
That's what I feel Conor wanted to do, and I feel like he succeeded there. Khabib probably went into this like, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to just let him blab. and I'm going to
I
go amongst
don't
my
think
business.
Conor. I think the only reason Conor took the win, and I know you are. You think Conor won or had a higher advantage during this. The only reason I think Conor may have had the higher advantage is simply because he didn't give Khabib the time of day. I feel if there was a fair exchange between Khabib and Conor, Khabib would have had it. He would have had an equal amount of advantage in this press conference than Conor.
No.
Yes.
Well, if you
Conor is repetitive. That's the problem. He's fun to watch. He's great. He's extremely entertaining. He's a good shit talker, but he's a repetitive shit talker.
Let me ask you a
Very,
question.
very repetitive.
When was the last time that Conor, what's up, Justin? Well, when was the last time that Conor gave someone a fair chance at a press conference? 0 times. Never. He's never done that. That's his approach. He talks over people. He pushes his opinion, pushes his point. He yells, he screams. This was more of a, what do you like, the monkey from The
WBM
Simpsons?
says it best. He says, you're right, Nate was angry. Remember the water bottle incident. Good point. Good
Hold on a
point.
second. No, that's a horrible
Good point.
That's an absolutely horrible point. And this is
Nope.
why I say that. When that press conference happened, this is what I said. Him and Nate fucking got on the phone beforehand. We're like, listen.
Very doubtful.
100%.
Very, very doubtful.
You know why I say
Posted-
that?
Why?
You know why I say that? Excuse me. This press conference, when they asked him about Nate Diaz, what did Conor say? Conor said nothing but nice things about Nate Diaz. Conor is friends with the Diaz brothers. Are you guys delusional? They're friends. It's calculated. It's all a
Conor
show.
had a flask. I'm telling you, he's an alky.
Well, yeah. He's Irish, for God's sakes.
False. Connor's an alky.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you can't deny that. He is an alcoholic. So, but here's the thing with that. Nate Diaz, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, I would put a lot of money on the fact that Conor and Nate are boys. They're buddies. They're behind closed doors. Like, let's make 3 happen.
You don't think that there was a feud at one point between Nate and
Zero
Conor? And
feud.
after
Zero.
the fight,
They were at his after party.
resolved-
The Diaz brothers were at his after party.
After the fight, of course.
Yeah, they were at his after party.
So it was resolved after the fight.
It
The
was
fight
never a beef.
happened. It was clear who was superior in the fight.
Let me.
I think there was a feud between the two.
Let me explain this.
100%
No,
there
there
was
was
a feud.
zero. If
Yes,
you're
there was.
delusional if you think there was a feud between Nate and Conor. There was never a feud. That was all scripted. Conor McGregor, he handpicked Nate Diaz for that fight. When RDA fell out of that fight, he could have took Cowboy Cerrone. He could have took a whole slew of fighters. He calls up Nate. He's like, hey, buddy, you want to make some money?
It's not Hey Buddy. It became Hey Buddy after the fight. There was a feud leading up to the fight. 100%.
Do you
You're
want us
biased.
to take phone calls? Do you want to call up the MMA-Holes? If you want to hear some calls, hit me with the ones in the chat. I'll open up the phone lines. Let me know what you guys think about that. 700 peeps watching. In the chat room, let me know who won the exchange. Vlad coming in.
You're on the other shoulder, and you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Conor won a talking battle with someone. WHO has trouble with English? Mind blown. WHO would have thought, you're right, MOS. Conor and Nate are friends. They're already talking about the trilogy, just waiting for them both to win. Donis on IT.
There we go. And God bless Dylan Dennis. Thank you, Vlad, for the donation. You know him and Nate want that third. Conor's going to retire on the trilogy. If Nate can get past Dustin, that's a tough one over there.
You think Conor's going to retire?
Of course, everyone retires.
No, after the trilogy.
Conor, I believe
You
Conor
think
has
there's even going
one
to be
more
a trilogy?
after. Well, that's what I said. Pending the Poirier fight, Conor deep down is like, Nate, let's do this, buddy. Come on, get past Dustin. Or if Dustin wins and Conor somehow gets past Khabib, yeah, he'll fight Dustin again too. I could see that as well. But Nate's the money fight. That's what Conor wants. I think Conor wants to retire on the Nate fight. I don't see him retiring off of Khabib unless Khabib mutilates him. Maybe he does. What do you say in the chat? Let's see what the chat room has to say.
James Dell says Khabib won shit. Michael Chapman says I'm about to bust. Drunk Savage says Chiesa is going to spoil Conor's retirement. Raymond Knight says the best thing is to not cite your elders' countries of origin as your own. We are Americans. Boxing Fan 101 says Conor won by default because Khabib is a robot. Anage says Vlad, you the man. Winky face. Wick Dip says Jones is back. I love USADA. Sean Hart says trilogy is always a retiring point for champs. Empower Communications says Khabib is going to get smashed by Conor by KO. Jaybird says Conor don't look the same. Shaqy like alcoholic on street. Alex says Conor will become an alcoholic when he retires. I hope he gets help. James Dell says up the raw.
I see in the chat someone says, dude, stop kissing Conor's ass. Here's the deal. The only reason why you're here is because of Conor McGregor. That's the only reason why you're here. The only reason why you're on your phone.
Because the reason I wanted to see this that was not just because of Conor. It was because Khabib was involved.
Listen, Khabib is fantastic.
So I resend that
the only reason you're watching is because of McGregor. The only reason why 700 people are watching.
If Khabib's involved, you're watching.
Let me ask you a question. When we react to Khabib's press conferences, when do you see 700 people in the chat room? They're here because of Conor. Everyone, jump on his dick because that's what you're doing right now. You're jumping on McGregor's dick right now.
You're starting to sound very much like Conor McGregor right now.
Here's the deal. Real facts. Real facts is what I'm saying right now. Everyone is excited. Whether you hate Conor, whether you like Conor, you're here because of Conor. So stop fucking hiding behind your fucking real feelings here. Stop it. We're going to open up phone lines. 516-522-0267. Call up the MMA-Holes. Thank you for joining us tonight. 126 with the likes. Let's get that likes up over here. 13,400 subscribers. We'll be live again tomorrow for Fuqua Friday. We'll also be live for UFC Brazil. We'll be doing a fight reaction for that as well. All right, Jesse, what do we got going on in that chat? We're going to go about 10 more minutes, so get your calls in quickly.
Navid says Khabib is real king. BLT says on that dick. Big Pump says I'm here because of I'm broke, shaking my head.
You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Yeah, this is John, and I just wanted to say that I think Conor's going to knock Khabib's ass out in the first round. And these idiots in the chat don't know shit. They're all sucking off Khabib, but Conor's going to knock his fucking ass out. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
There you go. See, that's a smart man right there. That's a smart man. 516-522-0267. Who's going to win, Conor or Khabib? Call in right now. Immediately. Call in right now. Jesse, what do you think? Oh, shit. Hold on a second.
I think what?
We have to turn off the phones.
Why?
We have 13,400 subscribers, and we have subscriber goals. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open up the phone lines after this, but we have something to do right now. Subscriber goals. Release the dragons.
Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals.
MMA-Holes.
Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals.
The dragons. Let's go.
Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals.
Let those dragons loose.
Subscriber goals. The greatest channel on YouTube. The MMA-Holes.
Goat. Rest in peace, Kimbo Slice. Tomorrow, Bellator is on. We're going to be reacting to that, playing Fuqua Friday. We got some new subscribers over here. We're going to open up those phone lines.
I just want to make a point before you open the phone lines about the last caller. I am not saying it is impossible for Conor McGregor to knock out Khabib Nurmagomedov. It is entirely possible. Will it happen? Probably not, but it is possible. I also think it's possible for Khabib to take Conor to the ground and rape him like he raped the bear when he was 12 years old.
Never happening. He's going to get it first, L. Conor.
I'm saying there are multiple outcomes to this fight. There's multiple outcomes to any fight. I don't think Conor is going to take this one.
I'm even more confident right now that Conor McGregor is going to win a fight. After watching that press conference, now it's sunk into my head. He needed no crowd.
Talk. It's all hype.
Conor McGregor is going to knock him out clean. It's not even going to take. It's going to take him 2 rounds. That's what it's going to take. He's going to toy with him in the first. He's going to stuff all the takedowns, and he's going to put him to the mat. Like you said, what did he say? He had a great line at the end.
He said he was going to beat his head in while he's unconscious or something.
No. The line about the sponsor and his head being. I got to get that line. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind? Lower the background.
You are live with the MMA.
All right, bye. 516-522-0267. If you call in, please lower the stream because we are on a delay. Here we go. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Hey, what up?
What up?
What's going on?
What's on your mind?
How's it going? I think you made a good point about Conor. You love him or hate him. Everyone in the chat's here because they love him or hate him. I hate him. Whatever. what it is.
I agree.
It is what it is.
Thanks for the call, man. See, that's a smart guy over there.
you.
All smart callers calling in. 516-522-0267. Call us. Right now, we're lonely.
404, you are live with the MMA-Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
Mustafa Mahdi here.
What?
And I just want to make a comment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, basically, if you noticed, Conor was really concerned about the wrestling at the very beginning of that conference. He kept making jokes about, oh, you're going for the legs, because he knows he's not prepared for a wrestling match.
Right.
I got my money on Khabib. Point
Yes.
blank, period.
All right. Thanks for the call. Khabib time. We got a Khabib.
Yes.
This is delusional.
Yes.
Absolutely delusional.
Yes.
No way.
No, that is intelligence. I can't read your area code. What is your name and what's on your mind?
Alan from Jersey, and I want to talk about Conor McGregor.
All right, let's talk about Conor McGregor.
All right, am I live?
You are live.
You are live.
Okay, what was the deal with Conor? He was talking about Khabib's father, something with the...
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We got a donation coming in. Hold on.
Conor knocks out Khabib 2.5 minutes into the first round. Nate submits Poirier in the second round off his back. The trilogy makes more money than this event.
I agree.
Mark my words.
That's true. All right. Sorry about that, caller. We had a donation come in. What were you saying about Khabib's father?
Yes, Conor was making references to Khabib's father. I don't know if he was talking about him being arrested or something with a problem with Putin.
Yeah, I don't know the exact details of that. Maybe Jessie could explain this. But
No, well, I can't tell you verbatim what it all was, but I know he said something about Khabib taking money from Magomedov,
Mhm.
and then he also said that not only was his father a coward, but that the whole reason it got under Khabib's skin was because Conor's lineage was stronger and more fierce, I guess, than Khabib's lineage. It was ridiculous, the whole thing, but it got under Khabib's skin.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And the other guy for the last, as they were facing off, who was that Conor was arguing with? Anybody know what was on there?
So that was and thanks for the call. That was Ali Abdulbaba. He's the manager of majority of the UFC. He actually helped out our friend Nick Newell get into the Contender Series. He Justin Gaethje, Poirier, Khabib, a whole slew of fighters. Ali is the manager. He's actually a very good manager. The only thing is the dude is like roided up. He is off his rocker, and Conor, he was on the bus when Conor attacked it, and Conor is going after him too, and it's a smart move, right? Why, if Khabib doesn't crack, go after the fucking manager who is completely off his rocker. Now you got this nut job in Khabib's ear saying stupid shit, kick his ass, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that will get to Khabib. That is why he's going after a guy like that. I mean, Ali he's nuts. The dude's, he's crazy. I had a caller one time when we first started this show 2 years ago. I had a caller call in and says, this guy Ali, I think he has terrorist connections. And he's trying to explain to me how he's... Now, I'm not saying he's a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
But he clearly is off his rocker. He's a fantastic manager, but I don't know.
It's Khabib time, motherfuckers.
All right, we're going to take a couple more calls. 516-522-0267. We're going to be live again tomorrow for Fuqua Friday while Bellator is on. And we're going to be live streaming as well for the UFC Fight Night that's on Saturday.
I can't wait for UFC 229.
Yeah, 229 is right around the
You know
fucking
what's
corner.
great? UFC 229 is probably the biggest MMA event. Nobody cares about Sao Paulo
Huge.
anymore.
It's fun.
Nobody's
Sao Paulo.
talking about it.
All right. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your minds?
Marky Wahoo, listen to this shit.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
now
do it.
listen, the last caller that said that he ain't training on like wrestling and shit. Conor said that shit to him so he would actually try to fight standing because the odds would be in Conor's favor. That's a challenge. That's all that shit is. And if you think Conor wasn't trying to fucking get his ground game up this whole time, you're out of your mind. Now, I don't know how the fight's going to end. And JBS's right, either way, like, he can get raped or he can get a win by knockout. So, but there's no way he's not going to be prepared for Khabib shooting on him. There's no way.
Agreed.
All right. Thank you, Marky, for the call. See? Conor is definitely preparing hard for that takedown defense.
Mhm.
Listen, Conor's slick on the ground. He's not on Khabib's level. But Khabib is a wrestler. He's a grinder.
Who is on Khabib's level?
No one. Honestly, at 155, Khabib is the guy on the ground. Khabib gets Conor on the ground, he's fucked.
Bingo.
He's fucked. But here, I see Conor. This is what I see. I see Conor in some tricky situations. In fact, I see the first round being a crafty on the feet thing. Khabib goes for a takedown and might get it late in the round. Relentlessly attacking for that takedown and might get it, putting Conor in a little bit of trouble. I see the second round starting. Conor catching Khabib as he goes in, shoots left, right into the weak chin of the Dagestanian. Like he said, right? Everyone in I have to listen to that again. He had a line about how every Dagestan fighter has a glass chin or some shit like that. I can't remember what it was. I'm paraphrasing horribly, but I don't know. He says the chin is suspect. He's going to attack the chin. We've seen Khabib get hit hard. We've seen him get hit with a Barboza kick to the face. We've seen that. And that's fucking super impressive over there, but he ran over Barboza. Is Conor a better striker than Edson Barboza, who, I mean, that guy's leg kicks, his legs are just fucking like a baseball bat. But we'll see. We're going to find out. I say yes. Conor's on a different level.
I say you're biased.
He's on a goddamn different level. All right, we're going to take 2 more calls. Are you going to be the final 2 calls? 516-522-0267. Call us up. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your minds?
What's up, Kevin? I'm here to talk shit for Khabib. You know, nothing against Conor, but this guy's gonna beat his ass. He's got a chin of steel.
Yes.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke that Conor was saying his chin was weak, but
I like
it's all
you.
good.
All right.
I like you a lot.
Thanks for the call. Jesse, you what?
He makes me wet.
He just hung up. He hung up on you. As soon as you said you liked him, he just bounced. He's like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not down for that. All right, 516-522-0267. Thank you guys for joining us. A lot of fun. If you want, you can run it back. We actually listened to the press conference live. You can see our reaction there. And here's the last call. All right. Last caller, what is your name and what is on your mind? You're live with the MMA-Holes.
It's NH.
NH.
Yes, Knitter. All right, NH. All right. Please speak to me. What is your reaction from this?
My reaction is Conor did good, like you said in the second half instead of the first half, like you were saying.
That's right.
Sorry, my voice. I'm not feeling good. Definitely Conor. Yeah, at his best. I think he got to him. So like you said, he's going to go after religion, his father, and so on.
So do you think that Conor, do you think he did get to penetrate Khabib's brain?
I think he did. He's kind of like the laid-back, cool, doesn't want you to think that, but I think he did. Yes.
All right.
Most definitely.
So does this make you more confident after watching this press conference? Does this make you more confident?
Yeah, Conor's going to KO his ass.
Whoa. All right, Ann, thank you for the call. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. NH calling in. Ann is the best. 7% strong over there. 526 people watching the MMA-Holes. Thank you for joining us. We just reacted to the Conor press conference. We did a little bit of a recap over there. Thank you for the calls, the likes. If you haven't liked this thing, give us a nice thumbs in the upright direction over there. We're drinking some whiskey, thanks to Conor McGregor. And 13,411 subscribers. Awesome stuff. Thank you for becoming an MMA-Hole. We'll be live tomorrow night. We're live constantly. There's also a second channel, not the MMA-Holes. Link in the description. JBH has her own channel. Link in the description. Thank you so much. We're going to take a couple more comments from the chat. We're going to toast.
To?
Make a toast to the MMA-Holes over here.
This toast goes to, I'm just going to make it very simple.
Yes.
Khabib time.
Oh, my God. No! All right, chat. Who won the press conference? Who will win McGregor versus Khabib? Let us know in the chat. I see some triple G's over there. Not sure why that's there. Jesse, read a couple more comments and let's wind this shit down.
Irish Rover says to Death Metal, go watch the stare down. And Jonathan Tracy says, as a man from Dublin, Conor is going to win inside one.
Vlad with the donation.
I need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
If Conor wasn't working his ground game with the next coming of Jesus Christ Dylan Donnies, I would give Khabib the edge. If I'm wrong, he'll never bet against JBH again.
Wow. All right.
Vlad, wait. Wait a minute. if you're wrong, you'll never bet against me again. If Conor wasn't working his ground game with the next coming of Jesus Christ. Wait, go back to that real quick.
So basically he's saying the problem is Conor has an advantage, right? Conor is training with Dylan Danis.
Debatable.
Do you know who Dylan Danis is?
Yes.
I mean, the Frosted Tips. I mean, Khabib's not training with Dylan Danis.
Get ready to start voting in my favor.
For God's sakes.
Get ready, Vlad.
Vlad, you make a fantastic point. Dylan Danis, mic drop right there.
Mark my words, I am mystic, and I always predict the most bizarre things in this entire world. Vlad, be ready.
You and the entire chat is pretty much picking Khabib.
Ready.
You're not a fucking mystical one here. Let's talk about Conor. Where's the Conor people at? Right in the chat right now. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Conor or Khabib? That's all I want. Conor or Khabib? Who is going to win this fight? Let us know. Let us know right now. 140 likes. 20 likes.
20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes.
Yeah.
20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes.
20 likes.
20 likes.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Conor or Khabib? Just, wow, a lot of Conors. Holy shit. Conor's attacking. Get
Are you
the
ready?
hand trucks out.
Here we go.
Ole.
All right. Conor, Khabib, Conor wins easy 2-year layoff. It's too long. Conor first round. Khabib, Conor, Khabib, Conor McGregor, Conor draw. Khabib
Chris.
for sure. Khabib, Conor lost a lot of fans. Talk too much shit. Conor 50-50 guys. Conor fuck Khabib, that little weasel. Conor fucking Beeb. Conor Khabib. Me, Conor Khabib draw. Conor. Smell of shit. Me. Facts. Khabib number. Khabib kills this guy. Conor. Khabib. Chris and JBH have a special bet. Conor. Dicks. Conor. I have a wart on my willy. Jessie. Wonderful. Conor. Fucking Beeb. Artem. Conor. Khabib time. Khabib is God. Penis. Chicken. Whites.
Yeah. I think we should just stop at Artem right there because Artem is the GOAT, for God's sakes. Thank you, BLT. Thanks for the donations, everyone. Shout out to our sponsors one more time. TygerLyfe Energy, ARN Insulation, and Duplex Entertainment will be live again tomorrow night. Bellator is going down. AJ McKee is fighting once again, and we will be doing Fook off Friday.
Yeah.
All right. If you haven't subbed, give us a sub. Drop a like. JBH, last words to these wonderful, wonderful Fooks.
Hashtag Khabib time. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.